Welcome to the 8th episode of Inglorious Hasterts podcast. We've got some special guests with us here today.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you let us know who you are? Let's start over here with, is this Khaleesi? Do I see Khaleesi over here?
Queen of the Grass Sea?
Hey.
Yes, indeed.
Don't say all your names. We don't got all the time for that.
It's actually Daniel now.
Oh, okay.
Daniel
What's the whole thing that she says?
It's 2019. You can be whatever you want.
So Simon, we've got Simon.
Yeah, how you
What's
doing?
up, dude? What's up? Dustin?
Hello. I didn't dress up because I'm not a virgin.
And you naturally look like Tormund. We
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Okay.
Shorter
Didn't have to
hair.
dress up.
Better look.
Tell us a
Lives it.
little bit about yourselves.
Well, I don't know.
He's the mother of dragons, Queen of the Unburnt, or something like
You were
that.
born. You were shuttled across the seas.
Lived about 3 decades now.
You were forced to
Okay.
marry a horse, dude.
Drago?
Your first sexual
Drove
experience was on a
across
rock
the,
by the ocean.
Drove across the great burnt grass sea of the hills of Flint today to get here.
Okay, but many
Start
ways.
with some easy stuff. Tell us some of your favorite movies, top 5,
Ooh.
so we can get a feel for what you like.
I didn't bring favorite movies. I brought favorite TV shows.
Just give us
Okay,
your top
well,
3.
You
I
can
did-
think of
I did
top
nothing
3
you asked
movies.
me.
Well, you never do, dude.
Yeah, it's
He's a wing.
constant letdown.
He's a
Just
wing
on the top of your
attack
head, just
Dumb and
pour 'em
Dumber,
out.
Forrest Gump,
there you
Saving
go.
Private Ryan.
That's it's Saving Private Ryan.
I'm in the
Goodfellas.
Secret Life of Walter Mitty Club with Eric.
Hey.
So.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Overrated.
So you're basically you're
overrated.
kind of on our scale, our spectrum of
Yeah,
movies.
Eric and
Pretty
I
close.
like 50% of the same movies.
Yeah.
It's a good number.
Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter.
Most underrated
seen
action
that
film
one.
of the
It
decade.
is trash. Do not watch it.
Eric, who are you? What's your name?
I'm Brandon Stock, the 3-eyed raven.
What? He doesn't wear glasses though.
You
He
look
can
so
see without
beautiful at
glasses.
Yeah,
night.
take him off, bro.
It's my
Yeah, where's the-
third.
where's
It's
the
my
third-
third eye.
Well, where's the third
Four
lens?
eye.
You just need to look past everything and it'll be fine.
It's right here. You cannot see it.
We'll really take the glasses off.
Really, no. I can't see if I take them off. I'm not longer the 3-eyed raven without it. Okay, so what shows are your favorite shows?
Ooh, Game of Thrones, obviously.
Well, yeah, that's
The
what we're going to talk about
Sopranos,
today.
The Wire, Breaking Bad, Mad Men. I think that was the top 5.
Nice. Good shows.
Dexter didn't make your
Yeah,
top
Dexter.
5.
Didn't, but
Oh,
that's
sorry,
honorable mention.
sorry,
It's a
Khaleesi.
great show.
Sorry.
Just touching-
Dustin, you got some
touching
top
my
shows?
boot.
Oh,
I
well,
didn't mean to.
Clearly,
I'm
Game of
sorry.
Thrones
I mean,
up
we've
there.
already been together. so-
Big Dexter guy. Lost, one of the few people that still ride or die on
I liked
Lost.
Love it.
Lost.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I need to rewatch
It
it,
needs
but
to be 2 seasons shorter.
They could have cut some. They could have cut.
3 seasons.
The 6th season could literally
Is that the time
not
travel
exist.
one?
Correct.
Yeah. That one can get
Well,
it.
isn't it
just
right after
put
the
too much
hatch?
on it.
It's after they
Well,
find the
it's-
hatch.
It's when there's like
That was like the second
they're
season
living
when
an
they found the
alternate
hatch.
Oh, I thought it was 3rd.
parallel life
It might have been 3rd.
where they never wrecked. But Kate's still a babe.
Kate's always a babe. She's in Ant-Man and Wasp.
Yeah.
Oh,
Evangeline,
yeah.
She could sting
Evangeline
me.
Lilly is literally maybe the most underrated beauty in Hollywood.
She's up there.
That's a hot
Yeah.
take.
Oh, she was also
I like that.
She was also in The Hobbit, and
Yeah.
she looked great as an elf.
Terrible
Let
movie.
me just tell you
Yeah.
I
that.
love dark-haired girls with pointy ears.
Oh, yeah. What do I have on here? Oh, yeah. So before we get to talking Game of Thrones, we need to finish up our March movie Madness.
Ooh, yeah.
Where's the bracket at?
What were your what? How'd you guys like the outcome? of the Elite Eight?
I was outraged that Goodfellas didn't make it.
Hey, I think I voted. I can't.
I think you
remember.
did. I agreed with most of your
I've
votes,
never
I
seen
think.
I voted
Goodfellas.
for it and I didn't see it.
I think you guys did.
One person voted
You
for
did
that one.
fine,
Most of them
considering
were-
there's no
weren't
good
too
way
bad.
to bracket it.
There's no.
Yeah,
I
the
mean, you
seating
can't
was
really
kinda
rate
tough.
Well,
it.
I mean, Signs is better than Goodfellas. I'm sorry.
It's literally
no,
not.
it's not.
It's literally not
No,
true.
not true at all.
Signs is one of the best movies of all time.
Yeah, if
No.
it's what 2002 is that when that came out?
Yeah.
Goodfellas
Yeah,
came
I
out
think
like
it's-
I don't.
1992.
Is it even the
It's true.
best
Yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan movie?
Yeah, that's even better.
What
I think
would be
it's like
better?
the
Sixth
feeling
Sense?
you get
Uh,
watching Signs is
yeah.
just different.
Yeah,
than
it's
Goodfellas.
called rest because you're asleep.
No way, dude. It was scary. When we first saw it, it was freaky. The baby monitor
We
scene
were
when
10.
he's holding it up,
We were 9 years old.
perfect.
I was like 16, bro.
Innocence.
It's all right,
Innocence.
but
That's
It's
like
not better
saying
than
that
Goodfellas.
It's a
Euro,
good- it's a
that's
good
like saying
alien
Euro
movie.
Trip is like a,
That's
ti-
one
a
of
movie
Trevor's
that just
favorite
aged
movies.
well. It's
It-
whatever.
Still great.
who was Superbad up
It's
against
still
in the
kinda
first
funny.
round?
I
you
think
remember?
Lord of the Rings or something. It was something easy.
No,
I
it
have
was
the
not-
bracket in
no,
my
it was
room. I didn't bring it out here.
Well, who's it? Remind me of the lead 8 again.
Okay, yeah. So, who we got in the Elite Eight? We've got Gladiator versus Jurassic Park, Back to the Future versus Almost Famous, Signs versus Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King, and Pulp Fiction versus Ready Player One.
That's some good movies there.
That
man.
Are we
Elite
doing
Eight-
this?
That Elite Eight is laugh out loud
That's
bad.
weird.
No,
What?
it's
Laugh
actually
out
really
There's
loud.
a couple
good. It's
good ones.
actually
There's
really
like 3
good.
good movies in there.
Well, we'll see which ones
All
they
of
are.
them are amazing, and I wouldn't say amazing.
The criteria that
Okay,
you
Ready
guys
Player
have-
One was an underdog for sure.
Still haven't seen that
Signs,
one.
debatable,
Could do it.
and
without
Almost
those.
Famous was definitely an
That was a
underdog.
good movie.
Yeah, there's a
Almost
Cinderella
Famous
story.
isn't a top 400
But
movie.
but it's
Whoa,
matchups in the
dude.
tournament.
I like the movie.
Oh.
It's
It's
good, yeah,
fine.
but
I mean,
that.
it's not.
it's
top
another
8.
one where I'm like, I could take a nap during this and
Yeah.
I'll be fine.
Still, great
It's not a
movie.
nappable movie, but it's
yeah, I mean,
good.
it's like cool. It's the 70s and you're a writer and neat.
But he's like 15 and he meets all these famous bands and does all this awesome stuff at 15.
Yeah,
And
that's
he
called
was
that's
almost
bad
famous.
parenting. Bad parenting.
Oh wow. Well, let's get into it. Let's get into our Elite 8. Let's get to our champion. Let's start with Gladiator versus Jurassic Park.
Probably
We're
the
going to
best
start
matchup.
over there with Dustin.
too easy.
Easily taken Gladiator.
Gladiator
Wow,
for
easily.
first pick.
Jurassic Park for sure.
Ooh, it's tough. I think I'm going to take Gladiator as well.
Oh,
What the
wow. Trevor, you could
I'm
decide
gonna-
this.
The winner of this
Gladiator.
one should
Glad-
end up in the championship,
Gladiator.
though.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, the ending of that
So
movie.
you were
going
gonna
to
take Jurassic Park?
I was going to take
So good.
Jurassic Park.
I do love Jurassic
Well,
Park.
at least
but
one of the three of you guys grew up with some sense.
Did you almost cry at the end?
Eric,
when
what'd you take,
he
Jurassic
gets stabbed
Park?
in his
I
spine?
cried just
Yeah.
when the movie starts.
Gladiator
I cried.
won
It
though.
deserves that
Gladiator
for me.
took
It's a
it.
good one.
You cried the
Gladiator
whole-
has
the
made
whole
it
3 hours.
to
When he
the
asked me
Final
if I'm
Four.
entertained or not.
Yeah.
Are you not entertained? All right, moving on. We've got Back to the Future
Goody.
versus
Goody.
Almost Famous. I think this is going to be a clean sweep. We're going to start with Simon.
Back to the Future.
Brian.
Let's go Back to the Future.
And Dustin. Back to the what?
Future.
Oh, Back to the Future takes it.
What does Littlefinger
Almost
think?
Famous is a good movie, but yeah, I
this
think
is where
classic.
you
Trevor.
can't
This is
beat
where
Back to
Trevor
the Future.
quits.
He's gonna
What'd you
cry,
want?
dude.
Did
Don't
you want
cry.
Almost
It's
Famous?
okay.
I think.
Oh yeah, maybe we should.
Trevor
we'll get
Sing-
to that. We'll get to that.
Trevor
from
single-handedly
the Bay Hill.
strong-armed Almost Famous into the lead 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It had bad matchups. I'll agree with that.
Favorable
bracket-
Favorable
Yeah,
matchups.
it was like a
depending on
3
how you look at
seed
it.
that got in because they played.
No, it's
Some
like a.
shitty
It's like
15
K-State when they
seed.
made the Elite 8 last year.
Yeah.
Okay, so trash. All right, moving on. We've got Signs versus Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King.
Is
I
that the
don't think
third
there's
one?
any question in this matchup.
That's the third one.
Yeah, this is a 2 seed versus a 15 seed.
What is the criteria? Are we going off of which
Well,
one's more
it's like-
enjoyable or
No,
which one?
if I were
we
to come
think's
up to you right now
better?
with both movies, and I was like, "You have to watch one right now," which one?
Or
are
you're
you
gonna get
picking?
stabbed by Ramsey.
Lord
Which
of the
one?
Rings: Return of the King.
Yep.
Trevor.
Yeah, I second
Yep.
that. Lord of the Rings.
Not even a
Damn.
question.
This
Sweep.
Elite 8 is not a challenge at all. It is a clean sweep. Lord of the Rings takes it. Just drawing arrows. All right, next in our last Elite 8 matchup, we have Pulp Fiction versus Ready Player One.
This should be a sweep as well.
It should be,
Simon hasn't even seen
Yeah,
it.
it's Pulp Fiction for sure.
I don't have to see
It's
it.
absolutely
Pulp Fiction is.
Yeah, it is
is
Pulp
amazing.
Fiction.
Ooh, that's close.
I mean,
It's not,
obviously,
though.
it's 3-2
Dude,
right
have you
now,
seen Ready
but
Player One?
No, because
It's
it
good.
looked bad.
It's
Okay.
good.
It looked
It's
bad.
good.
looked-
I watched
You
it.
would
movie.
like it because you would get
All the
every
references.
reference is in it.
But I don't care.
Okay,
It's-
but you
Du-
should watch
Dustin
it.
doesn't like movies.
Yeah,
bro.
Dustin like is one person that
It's
like
like, oh,
refuses
neat
to go to the
Pac-Man.
theater.
Oh
It's not
man,
even. Is Pac-Man even in it?
Tracer's in it.
I'm sure he's in it.
No.
Were the Power Rangers in it too?
No, there's like more
No,
references.
you're thinking
to it.
Pixels.
There's, like,
Pixels had Pac-Man in
there's-
it.
That's very
First of all,
possible.
there's like so many old movie references: Back to the Future, Chucky.
But I could just watch
on
those
and
movies.
on.
That's why
That's
I voted,
about it.
I
But
voted for
there's
Back to
also-
the Future earlier.
But there's also like video game references that you would get: Mortal Kombat, Halo, Overwatch.
yeah, but that's
a bunch
like-
of stuff.
that
too.
doesn't make a movie good though.
Doesn't make it
It-
better than Pulp
the
Fiction.
story's good, too.
It
Yeah,
does,
that's true.
though. You need to watch it because it's 10 times better than Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Well,
I haven't seen that, but it
So,
So
sounds good.
I tried my
It's-
best for
sounds like
Ready
a good
Player
taste.
One,
fucking tight.
but
The dude's
Pulp
on
Fiction
acid.
moves
He's
on.
like, dude, you know what? Abraham
Final
Lincoln
Four
killed
time?
vampires.
Well, it actually does have some.
Oh,
This
yeah.
sounds crazy,
It's
but
the
there is some
Final
historical
Finally
Four.
Four. It's probably
accuracy.
going on right now.
I mean,
It is.
when he chops a tree down in literally one axe
Check the
swing,
score.
I don't think that happened,
Are you plugged into the aux
but it might
cable,
have.
Brian or Simon? Anybody? Who is it?
I don't know.
Anyways, we'll get that situated in a second. Now we're at our final four. We've got Gladiator versus Back to the Future and Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King versus Pulp Fiction.
You gonna wait for next week for that one too?
Yeah, let's wait.
Yeah.
We're gonna wait for next week. We'll see you guys.
Bye.
Okay,
good
first-
episode.
First up, we're gonna start on this side this time. We're gonna take Lord of the Rings versus Pulp Fiction. Trevor, start us. Or should I say Peter Baelish?
was like, what was that? Come on, little finger.
I think I'm gonna have to take a Lord of the Rings. I forgot how to do my
That was
accent.
pretty good. That's pretty
No,
good.
dude. I
He's like-
I
he's
only
like
can say
Scottish.
references from the movie.
I think you need to know more of his lines.
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be helpful.
I just know like the Stark names. That's it.
Sounds
Okay, Trevor.
Tony
Pick
Stark.
a movie.
I said Lord of the Rings. Bro.
Okay. All right. Let's move down the line.
We'll take the Real with cheese. Pulp Fiction.
Oh, 1-1.
What was the other movie?
Pulp Fiction
Lord of the
versus
Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
I'm gonna say Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I'm going Pulp Fiction for sure.
Oh,
Ooh.
man. It's
2-2.
coming
Brand,
down
can you see the
to
future? Can
me.
you see what we are going to pick? Or what you're going
Do you
to
remember what I said the other day? It's like, can we just make Return of the King the champion? Because it's just a formality, really.
For Eric, anyways.
Yeah,
Pulp
for
Fiction's better.
Pulp Fiction's good too. It's tough.
Now he might change his mind here just for the drama purposes.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
This is
about
where the camera goes.
thinking
Dun,
about it.
dun, dun.
Yeah.
He won't edit that in.
I mean, Lord of the Rings, you have a feel-good story at the end. It closes everything off.
With 7
They
endings.
kneel to Frodo.
The entire show, we can all agree, could have been avoided if they just, what they
Take the
Take
Eagles.
the Eagles.
But it was also an adaptation of a book, and I like originality.
Mm.
I'm also a huge Tarantino fan.
Well, we're also here for Game of Thrones, which
It's very similar to the Lord of the Rings.
His
So I'm
inspiration.
going to
It
take.
is. Samuel. Do you know Samuel was based off Samwise Gamgee?
Nobody cares. What
don't
I
talk
wanna
about
take.
Well,
Wesley.
Well, it's
Talk
Game
about
of
that
Thrones,
Wesley.
so we're gonna talk about it. So
I'm taking the Return of Pulp Fiction.
Oh! That's not
Convinced them.
that's pretty terrible,
Now this-
honestly.
well. We cut down Trevor's,
Pulp
favorite
Fiction
movie, and
is
now
in
we've
the
just cut down
final
Brian. So
championship.
I like
our
Fellowship better.
jobs.
So
All
It's
right.
like a real
Mission
March
accomplished.
Madness. Our
For the
teams are out.
championship matchup, who will take it? We have Gladiator versus Back to the Future.
That's tough.
Who moves on? Dustin,
love
start
Marty.
us.
it's tough because they're totally different in literally every single possible way.
Oh yeah, that's the best part of it.
Yeah, no, I honestly good matchup. I'm going
Oh,
with my boy Marty.
oh.
Going with my boy Marty.
Back to the Future.
I'm
from
going with
Dustin.
my boy Johnny Be Good.
Lorraine,
Oh,
was,
really?
Lorraine was a low
2-0
key date.
for
though.
Back to the Future.
I think I'm gonna go Gladiator.
Gladiator. We got a 2-1.
Gladiator sucks.
Trevor.
Gladiator.
Oh,
No,
and it
not Bran
comes down
again.
to
Boo.
me.
2-2.
Fabricated drama.
And because I've seen this movie 100 times, and to me,
Sorry.
it is a more enjoyable film. And if you were like, what do you want to watch right now? I'm picking Back to the Future.
Hell yeah, brother.
Not really that mad about it.
No.
I probably have seen
They're
that
all
way
good
more.
movies.
We're in our championship matchup.
Wait, real quick though.
What?
Which one's the best Back to the Future?
First one.
I like
It's not
the
even a
first one.
question. Yeah.
Isn't the second one where goes way in the future?
No.
Where he
Yeah.
gets
Well,
hoverboard?
they go to the
That
future,
one-
but
just
then
see
they have
Trump
to go
as
back.
president. Yeah.
Yeah.
They get the almanac.
Yeah,
And
that
then they
one's.
have to
I
go
think
back.
the second one's
That
the
one's
best.
alright. Third one's like the
Yeah,
West.
Yeah.
Third one's the worst.
I
I
think
don't
it
I think
is.
the first one's the best.
And then the third one because I liked it because I was young and I lived in the country. And when they were on that train, and-
Relatable.
yeah, hashtag relatable. Yeah, I got on a lot of trains. No, the scene when they're trying to push the DeLorean, I was so sweaty watching that. I was so sweaty. Like, is he gonna get there? Is he gonna save her? And does Doc deserve a gal? Of course, he deserves a gal, and he got it.
I think
But how
it's
does that beat the first one?
in order?
No,
1, 2,
the first
3.
one's
Oh,
best.
first one's
The
the
first
best.
one's
Okay,
best.
Yeah.
I like 1, 2, 3, just because the second one was like.
When Biff gets poop poured on him.
Well, it was
hilarious
really
every time.
like creative and kind of a mind fuck because it was like
Well, it
He
kept
se-
the
he
same
sees
premise of the
himself,
first one too.
he like goes back and like it's a whole like time continuum, like mess
Yeah.
up. Like I don't know. I think the second one's pretty solid.
So they're like tied.
That's good.
1 and 2 is
I
like.
think it's 1, 2, and then 3. They're all good. They're all
Yeah,
good.
they are.
I think we
They
can
all-
just-
Is it
they
better
all,
than
they all
Pulp
have an
Fiction,
argument.
though?
When's
They all
that
have an
reboot
argument.
coming out?
Ooh, Pulp Fiction.
Hopefully
Is
tomorrow.
it better than Pulp Fiction?
I don't know. We'll get to it right now. Back to the Future versus Pulp Fiction. We're gonna start with Brian.
He's literally resting his nose on his microphone.
Back to the Future.
Oh, Back to the Future takes the first pick. Simon, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with Pulp Fiction.
1, 2, 1.
I will slay your throat.
Dustin, what do you pick?
Back to the Future.
Oh,
Ooh,
2, 2,
yes.
1. Trevor, could you decide this champion right now?
Give me that
Or
pulpy orange juice.
oh, so of course it comes down
More
to
pulp.
me
Again.
I think he just likes to have
Eric's
all the weight of the
favorite
world on
movie.
his
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
Eric's
so.
favorite movies. That's what this should be called.
Hey,
Well, if you're truly Bran, you will like Back to the Future. I know that's going to be your pick.
no.
Yep.
There's a lot of side stories in Pulp
Actually,
Fiction.
Bran actually likes vanilla milkshakes. So it's gonna pick Pulp Fiction.
How many intense moments is he going to get on this
This
show
is
today?
this is deciding the champion right now. This is deciding the champion. I don't know. Should we do a coin flip?
You should just tell us what you think.
Well, I mean, the people
Put
have
the two
spoken.
DVDs in front of you. Which one are you gonna watch?
And we put a knife to your throat. Let's get
First,
real
you gotta
with it.
find a DVD player.
And I've got a bunch of glass that I'm gonna put in your bed.
I think I will pick. Say what again? We're going with Pulp Fiction right now. Pulp Fiction takes the credit.
We tried.
I had too much emotion.
Pulp Fiction takes the top prize, which there is no prize,
What
in
is-
our March movie madness.
What does Pulp Fiction get? Nothing?
It gets our praise.
You know what we should-
You
you know
just
what-
beat
everyone's gonna watch
63
it
other
now.
It
movies.
gets an education,
No, a
Brian.
a good idea for next year is start the March Madness of movies when the March
This-
Madness and
yeah.
assign every team a movie
Ooh.
and then see who comes out.
Ah,
Obviously,
yeah.
there's no
Like-
There's no.
But then, like, Miss
Like
during
Okay.
the
Doubtfire
selection
would
show.
win.
do what?
Like during
Sort
the
of,
selection.
but-
Oh, you're saying.
Yeah, so
Like
like-
Pulp Fiction
so-
would be.
KU.
Texas Tech would
Yeah,
be
or
like
Duke.
yeah.
almost famous or
And
whatever.
so
That's
the
a
movie
horrible.
moves
that's
on
so
based on
disrespectful.
based
But
on
then it
how
would just
who
be a
wins in the
random.
back.
Like
It
Back
would
to
be
the
a
Future
random
would be
movie
Texas
then,
Tech.
and then we have to watch that movie. Like,
Yeah.
is that it? The winner? or
Like today
something?
we watched Almost Famous.
I feel like you'd have to rank them at that point and then assign.
Yeah,
another-
you would. You could
That's
just
true.
go off like IMDb.
yeah,
That's a good idea.
or
you
something.
could base it off of
That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea.
There's like movies from the 50s that I haven't seen.
yeah
in the top
those
100.
movies.
I actually took a movie
generally
in
bad.
the 50s class
Yes,
at KU.
they are.
Was it just terrible?
It was actually pretty good.
Damn, I couldn't do
Because
Pulp
of Blanca.
Fiction.
There's
Pulp
some bad
Fiction
ones,
takes
but
it.
there's some good
What's your
ones.
favorite Tarantino movies? I'm gonna go check the camera.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, that's.
Probably Pulp Fiction.
Django's pretty good, and
Yeah,
also have you guys
Django
seen
Unchained,
Hateful Eight?
bro.
That one's
Yeah,
pretty
that
good
one's
too.
good.
I
too.
started it and I never finished it.
It's
Not
long,
because it was
dude.
bad, but
Reservoir Dogs.
Oh, I have not seen that yet.
What?
I know it's like the one I haven't
It's pretty
seen.
short. It's a pretty short one.
That's a Ear Boy. Can we get into
get into
Game
the hot
of Thrones?
Let's
Yeah,
do it.
there's
yeah,
a decent
so-
chance I framed myself out of the entire picture for a while. 'cause
The whole reason
I've been
we're
spinning
here,
here a little bit.
and the
Come on,
whole
Tomon.
reason we have guests on today is we're
is
here.
to ruin this for those who haven't watched.
Yeah, if you haven't seen this show, you better turn back now or keep watching.
Spoiler
If you
alert.
could
Eric's
turn
gonna put
back
spoiler
time.
alert right up here.
Spoiler
Yeah.
I'm gonna ruin
alert.
everything.
Okay, so we are here to talk
Spoilers.
about Game of Thrones, possibly the best show in history.
I think it is. Yeah.
I
We'll
mean,
see how this last season goes, but
I mean, it's transcended more than just, you know.
There's people in Africa watching this, dude.
Well, yeah,
I
there's
don't know if
people all
that's
over
true. I heard
the
like
world.
tribes.
I heard Elon Musk gave power to Africa so they could watch season 8.
Dude.
wow.
Then they're just taking it away afterwards.
Yeah. No,
It's
he,
just,
he
like,
shipped it
temporary.
off. He took it to Australia first. And he was like, I'm done with this. Let's go over
Yeah.
to Nigeria.
Too many weird animals in Australia. So we're here to talk about Game of Thrones. Before we get to season 8, let's just talk about 1 through 7. See what our best moments are. Bad moments, good moments.
Well, first
favorite
off, let's do it.
characters.
Let's do individual. Let's first go. I want everyone to say their favorite character and least favorite character.
Jamie's my favorite. Alive, dead, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
all
Doesn't
time.
matter.
All
all
time.
time, all time.
Oh, all time. My boy Rob, may he rest in peace. Favorite character.
Overrated.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I
definitely
think
had
Rob
high,
was number one for me. too.
definitely had high hopes for him. And my least favorite character is Ollie. is Ollie. Is Ollie.
Wait, how can you not like anyone else better over Rob Stark when he's only in it for 3 seasons?
Because of the emotional investment that I.
So like as you watch,
Until the Red
Rob
Wedding
was my
happened.
favorite up
Got-
until he
And
died.
you were
Okay.
you were like
Yeah.
behind him because he was like getting vengeance for
Yeah, he's
the,
like-
the
he's-
Because
best
the show was more about
character,
him
Ned Stark.
than it was about
yeah,
Jon. At
and
that
I
point.
mean, I came into the show late, so everybody was pushing me to watch it, and so then I get into it and I'm powering through it. And I'm like, look at this handsome fella going to.
Dustin did have a man crush on him.
we were eating lunch and we.
You got
He was talking
posters
about
on
it.
the
I
wall.
I was like, man crush, love him. But yeah, no, I just got so invested in his story and like why he was doing it. Now, was he the smartest character? No, but he was obviously a good battlefield tactician, and then
yes.
thought a little bit with the wrong head, if you know what I'm saying. And then Ollie speaks
mean,
for
why
himself.
wouldn't
I don't
He's
even
a little
have-
young. He's like 15 or something, or 16.
Yeah, in the books, he for sure is not.
I think he was
Not
the
who,
oldest,
Robb
though, wasn't
Stark?
he? 18.
He was the oldest Stark.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like weirdly young, like too young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in the books, Danny's like 12.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Arya's like 10 or
That
something.
got weird.
Yeah, but I mean, for the time though,
No, it is
like
weird.
you're a man at
Have you
like
bled
15.
yet?
Yeah.
For the time, they're
Like
okay.
1995.
Their 12 was like
So when
14.
Arya
Maybe.
killed Walter Frey, was that the best moment of your life then? Of the show?
That was one of my favorite.
After the
moments, yeah.
speech, well, it was like the quote unquote cold open of
Yeah.
season 6 or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And, he's like, does his little speech, and then he goes through
Season 7.
yeah. Goes through everything and saves the girls. Like, I'm not going to waste good wine on a woman, which is hilarious. No offense. And then they die, and the whole speech about leave one wolf alive and the flock's never safe. And you're like, oh, shit.
Damn.
They're all dead.
Well, and the fact that she kept looking at Jamie, that girl, when she was dressed as a girl, the waiter. Remember, she kept looking at Jamie, and the dude was like,
That's at a different event.
wasn't that was Arya in disguise, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, but when they're talking to Jamie, it's a totally different event.
Yeah, you're talking about when she was Walter.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Simon,
Okay.
who's yours?
Yeah, Simon.
Favorite? It was also Rob until he died, and then probably John after that.
Something tells me Danny's up there for you.
She's pretty high too. Her and Arya probably second. Least favorite is Filch.
Yep, Walter Frey.
Yeah, I hate him.
I hated him too.
Theon's up there. Ramsay. I hate all three of them.
Typical
That's
asshole.
one of the
Cersei-
best. See, a lot of
Cersei
the
started
assholes are the
backstabbing.
best characters in the show. Like Littlefinger, one of the best characters.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's up
he more
there
or less
too, yeah.
caused everything to happen.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
So
it
did
should just be called
Lord
Littlefinger's
Varys.
game. Like,
Lord Varys is just as much
Pulling the
as
string.
big as Littlefinger, I'd say.
Littlefinger's up there with least favorite.
Yeah.
He was literally he is in my top.
The orchestrated everything.
He has an
behind the
argument for
scenes.
top 5 for me.
Yeah.
Best favorite characters.
Favorite?
Yeah.
Littlefinger?
Littlefinger?
Oh, for sure.
Favorite?
Top 5 for sure.
He was
Oh,
good,
he's
but
top 5 least favorite. For
Oh,
me.
I would say I see where you're coming from though. It's like, yeah, he's like an asshole, but he's also like one
He
of
kinda
the
did it
smartest
all,
characters
yeah.
in the show, and he also like carried the show basically. Well, not carried it, but pushed
was
it
behind
in the
almost
direction.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's the one manipulating.
well, didn't
everyone.
Varys tell
He's
Ty-
probably top
Tyrion?
5 important.
Tyrion?
Jeez.
Tyrion?
Didn't Varys tell him you got to
Tyrion.
play the game from behind the scenes, and that's exactly what he did. Was he orchestrated pretty much everything behind
Yeah.
the scenes?
Yeah.
and I'm glad he's dead though.
Yeah.
What
Sorry,
about you,
Trevor.
Eric? Who's yours?
Oh wow, that's tough. Favorite character? Probably be Tyrion.
Or Bran.
No, just because I look like Bran doesn't mean I like him. I don't like Three-Eyed Raven Bran.
Shout out to the Ravens fucking squad.
Yeah. That's why they're with me
Squatting up.
always. They're with me always. But yeah, season 7 Bran sucks. So yeah, Tyrion's probably my favorite. I like Bronn.
Ooh, great
Bronn,
great
yeah,
choice.
that's a good,
Yeah.
good pick.
He's kind of just in everything.
You said Jamie, right?
Jamie's top 5 for sure.
He's up
yeah.
there. Yeah.
Jamie's
Favorite.
one. So
Starts
Jamie-
low. Starts very low.
Yeah, Jamie.
Honestly, you couldn't start lower.
Yeah,
I was about to say, his story arc is probably one of the best because it's like you
Yeah.
hate him,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then season 6 you're like, okay,
They,
Jamie better
they
do
chop that
something
hand
awesome.
off, and he just starts redeeming.
Yeah,
Like
he
his
can't
stock
He
fight.
cannot
can't
be
fight
higher
very
right
well
now.
though.
Yeah.
He cannot fight very well.
Least favorite characters or character. It'd have to be between Ramsay and Joffrey. I couldn't
Forgot
decide
about Joff.
if I was more happy when Joffrey died or when Ramsay died.
I was happier when Ramsay died.
I'd just probably say Ramsay too.
I think that Ramsay was certainly more sinister, and he definitely when he died, it was more satisfying because his own dogs,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
and
that
Sansa was part of it.
I think the difference is like Ramsay, he knows he's messed up, and everything he does because he wants to do it. Joffrey was doing it because he was a spoiled little bitch, like that, and he was king, and so he could do it. Whereas Ramsay's like, I like watching my dogs eat people.
Well, I mean, Joffrey did kill whores with a crossbow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He also made them beat each other.
But
Joffrey was
when Ramsay
up.
told Sansa when he was dying, when he said, always be with you, obviously people thought it was because he, did stuff to her. Do you think it's because he got her pregnant?
No.
No.
I
Absolutely
feel like
not.
she
He
would
would've-
have
she
seen it
would've
by
already
now.
shown-
No.
You don't
They
think
would've
so?
shown it.
Alright.
That's something that's crazy in the show is like the time frame.
They don't
Yeah,
really-
it was kind of
months,
weird in the
months
last.
and years pass because it's like, oh, we're going to King's Landing. Well, it takes like 2 months to get to
Well,
King's
it's a
Landing.
Or when a
It's like-
raven
yeah,
goes
it's
from
like
like here
1,000
to
miles
there.
away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like years and years
Yeah.
pass over the show, and we don't even.
Yeah, there's
really realize
no
it.
good way to,
Same with the
advance time
dragons.
Like that.
2 months later.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, she'd have to do it all with everything.
I'm not up on my dragon facts, so I don't know how fast they fly.
That's what I was thinking.
I think
Yeah,
it's a
don't
little
know,
more
but
reasonable. I mean, we could nitpick that on many occasions, but
She got there fast. though.
Underrated character, Podrick.
You're obsessed with
Yeah.
Podrick,
I think
bro.
Dude,
I think
Pod
sex
is a
god.
beast, dude.
I think that he's about right because he just kind of pops in and kind of pops
Yeah,
out.
he's in there just enough.
Yeah, no, I
He
honestly
just
think
pops in.
most
and pops
underrated
out.
character, which is this is
True.
tall to say, but the Hound.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's definitely in my top 5 like favorite
Yeah,
characters.
I mean,
Yeah.
he.
You
he's
hate
an-
him?
He's
His
another one
redemption
like him.
story, bro. He's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I mean, when he's joins up with the Brother Without Banners, he really starts to kind of
Tormund, obviously, up there
yeah,
too.
Tormund. You're welcome.
Brian was rewatched it all or watched it all recently. He thought the Hound was gone. Was
Oh,
that cold
when-
open where you're just like, oh my god?
I was happy because he's one of my favorites, and then Jorah and Davos are my favorites.
That's like you're a big Ian McShane fan. Or
Yeah.
something.
I like the
Alright.
side characters the best though.
Did you say
Yeah.
yours yet?
That's what I just said.
Okay, Trevor.
Who was your least favorite?
I'd probably say Joffrey is probably my least favorite of all time. And,
Yeah,
oh, and
I
the
mean, I
Greyjoys.
hated him
Me and
so
Simon are
much, too.
talking about that. I don't care for
Old
the story.
Balon.
Yeah.
Not over that.
Yeah.
Trevor.
I think it's a tie between Tyrion and Arya.
For favorite,
Tyrion's a good
Yeah.
one too. Yeah.
Nothing about this surprises me for
I
some
know,
reason.
dude. Arya's fucking dope.
I like her too.
Yeah.
She's
I
great.
will say,
Yeah,
like,
she's-
her story was like, until she got to the many-faced
Yeah.
god people.
Well, that's where a lot of people started to dislike her because she stopped being
Nice.
herself, so
Yeah.
to speak, and now she's just an assassin.
She's a badass.
Yeah.
The least hated definitely Ramsay because I was like, if I got my balls chopped and became this dude's like slave, dude.
You mean Theon?
Yeah,
Reek.
yeah.
You
No,
mean
Reek,
most
bro.
hated. Most hated.
What?
You,
You
said
just
my
said-
least hated.
Yeah. He would be
Ramsay?
but then below that's the scepter. I hate
Oh.
that
Trevor
church
just
guy.
said his
You
least
talking about
hated
the
was
High
Ramsay.
Sparrow?
No,
Yeah.
That's what-
the
that's
most
what
hated,
he
dude.
just did.
Are you
Sorry,
talking
I
about the
can't-
High Sparrow?
Yeah, the High Sparrow.
Oh,
I
that
fucking hate that.
His
He's
storyline was
sneaky,
so
bro.
stupid,
that
dude.
whole storyline is
Yeah.
Wasn't a fan of
trash.
that.
He's just
I
so
liked it.
sneaky.
You want to know why
tried
I
to-
liked it?
Because
Led to a good ending.
Marjorie's-
No, because it was Cersei's idea, and then it screwed her over.
Well, not really. She blew everything up. So
Okay, that was later, but I'm saying like
It
she
backfired.
went to
Yeah.
jail basically, and then she had to walk down the streets naked and getting shit.
she
thrown
did end up
her.
on the Iron Throne, though. So I
Well,
guess it worked
kind
out
of.
for
For
him.
now.
Kind
Yeah.
of.
That would suck. Stepping on glass, spit.
It's like she's like a
blood.
substitute teacher basically,
Yeah.
sitting on the throne.
Honestly, the biggest travesty in that whole entire show is when they didn't immediately transfer time forward and get her long hair back.
Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely looked different. and
Oh, another
weird.
unpopular. I'd say I really don't like Dany that much.
What?
I agree.
Sorry, thank you.
I agree.
Her storyline just was boring
She
until the
doesn't
very
have
last
a great
season.
Yeah,
story,
I
it's
like
literally so many.
Until the dragons get huge.
It's
yeah.
literally walking simulator you're watching because it's like, oh, I'm gonna walk with the.
Yeah, walk from town to
Yeah.
town.
Yeah,
Just
we're
get these
gonna-
slaves
Oh, we're gonna
and
go
get
to
these slaves.
Marine now, and
Yeah.
oh, you know,
Sorry, Danny.
it's a good thing she
You
got a
ain't getting
dragon
none.
because she's probably
Getting none
tired from walking.
But and she's also OP. It's basically her dragons does everything. and she's
Obviously
kinda just-
not, bro.
She had to train him how to train your dragon.
That's true.
times 3.
Yeah, that part was
Sorta,
kind of cool.
well.
yeah.
So yeah, the dragons. She doesn't like control them, but they know when she's in help or
Interesting.
when she needs help.
Yeah, interesting thing I,
I was wondering
read
about that.
online the other day was that. Okay, let's say John, for example, tried to get on her dragon, it wouldn't let John. Apparently, dragons. Fuck, I don't know. I'm not into
like
mystical
bind with
bullshit.
their riders. Or
Yeah,
something.
exactly. And so you can't
Like
ride someone. You
Avatar
can't
kinda?
ride
It's like
someone
Avatar.
else's dragon.
Yeah.
So if old John's gonna
She
take
needs
that,
John's
ride-
gonna get that.
No,
number two
but
dragon.
John's riding one.
The
yeah.
other
Oh, for sure.
dragon, didn't one of the dragons like let him pet him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or is that
he can't
Drogo?
touch his
Drogo.
nose.
At the end of season 7. And
because
then in
he's
the-
got the blood in his
in the
veins.
trailer,
Yeah.
it shows him next
Walking
to it,
towards one, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking.
But it's like, come on, you guys got to make some saddles for those things. You get spikes.
That's
on
what
the
I
back.
said. How does it
I
go? What
I
happens?
don't know. I feel like it stab
Well,
your legs.
Hey,
and your
Danny,
ass
tell us
and-
how does it?
Right.
Maybe it has
Go
so
great.
much mass that it's kind of like you're just
This is my
stuck there.
secret.
Or like you like fit in between them and they like lock
Women's
you
thighs are different.
Yeah.
They're different than men's.
What was that old book or movie that had like people riding
Old Yeller.
dragons? Huh?
Are you talking about
King
In Land
Arthur?
Before Time?
No.
Are
It's
you
like
talking
a very popular movie too.
How to Train Your Dragon.
Avatar?
No, dude. They got saddles on these dragons.
Oh my, is
Are
it a
you
cartoon
talking,
or
are you
is
No,
it?
talking
it's a
about
movie.
Dragonheart?
No.
Oh yeah,
Are you
yeah.
talking about
Aragon?
Reign of Fire?
Dude.
Aragon.
Could you give us like a time frame? Are you talking like
Are
90s?
you talking about What's it? What's
like
it
some-
called? Peter?
It's
Or
like another name for a city.
Pete's Dragon?
Like the movie's named for like another.
Is
name.
it like medieval times? What times is
Is
it based in?
Topeka?
A Knight's Tale.
Forget it.
Dragon
No,
Scary.
wait. Tell us.
I can't
He
think.
can't
of it.
remember it.
Dude.
All right, you
That's why you're
lose.
dead.
God damn.
Damn, Trevor, you are trash. You are trash.
All
All
right.
right. Jinx,
Jinx.
what are you gonna say?
I was gonna say next thing. I want to say our favorite scenes
Scenes. I
How
was
about
gonna say
episode?
episode.
Yeah.
or episode, I guess.
If you have one in mind.
We'll start
Oh.
on this side this time.
Yeah.
I mean, I think everyone likes.
No. What do you like?
I would say Battle of the Bastards. It's probably my favorite episode. If not that, then Hard Home.
It's up there.
The
Great.
battles ones. Yeah.
Winds of Winter is my favorite
Yeah.
Winds of Winter.
for sure.
That's right after Battle of the
What's
Bastards.
the episode where they have to go retrieve a White Walker?
Beyond the Wall.
That's
I
the
had that
best.
at number
Dude,
10.
it's fucking.
Oh,
it's like the Fellowship. That's what it reminds me of. Is
Yeah.
like all these guys come together to go get.
Yeah, one of the best episodes in the whole show, and it's like one of the most.
A lot of shit happens.
everyone comes together.
Yeah, there's so
well-
much closure. Like
well,
it
it's also
kinda-
one that people nitpick the most too. Cause
Like,
of,
why did they have horses?
Or why is Gendry the guy or John's like, you're the fastest one? Based on what, John?
his 40 time. It's like a 4-4.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just out here just like testing.
I
each
think
other's-
because he's the
And how did
youngest,
right?
how did Benjen get there through all those White Walkers?
he's
Well,
half dead, right?
yeah, he's
Oh, so
he
they-
is a
he's
White
yeah,
Walker,
he's
but he's
Oh,
like a
one
good
thing
White
I thought
Walker.
when rewatching that episode recently, she only took one dragon when she attacked the Lannister army with all the gold, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
Drogo.
took all three to go get Jon and Jorah up
Oh,
north. I thought that was interesting.
thank you, my lady.
She needed all the backup she could get, dude.
yeah.
She's
Hindsight,
I actually left you behind,
hindsight
so-
maybe just
Oh,
brings
yeah,
two.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did anyone think John was gonna come up riding the hurt dragon when he got under the water?
Did not cross my mind.
That would. Be
I wanted him to ride the other one that was flying
See,
around.
Yeah, the other one
I
come
was
in.
waiting for that to come back
Yeah.
together.
I just finished season
That'd have been
6.
tight.
And I have one more season to watch before next weekend.
Wow.
you
and
watched
you're-
you've seen the 7th one though.
Yeah,
right?
I've seen it. But I'm
No,
just
he's doing all the
rewatching it.
spoilers.
So it's like it's a little rusty when you're
Yeah.
done season 7.
It's been like 2 years almost.
Well, be committed.
Oh, you know what? Another. This is backtracking. Underrated characters. Someone I did not like at all until I started rewatching. Lyanna Mormont,
Oh,
the
big
little
time,
girl.
Big time.
Oh yeah, badass.
The bear, the lady
Yeah,
bear.
Lady Bear.
Lady?
She's got a
What
little
what
spunk.
season?
She's
Season 6.
couple,
Season
yeah.
6.
when they're like trying to build up the
Before Battle of the Bastards.
She's
yeah,
yeah,
trying
she
We
to
only
build up the
have
Stark army.
58.
16.
Just a little
62.
girl.
Oh, the
actually.
like little
Is that
king
what it is?
girl.
Little
Yeah.
girl,
I-
62.
you didn't like her?
No,
I
you
do.
said it's
Oh,
Oh,
underrated.
I was like,
Underrated,
she's
yeah.
she was cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
How
cool.
did-
That is weird. She would be like very young and she's keeping this tradition alive. As
Well,
like a
and she
12
knows like all the history and shit.
Yeah.
She- you know, like oh,
Okay.
this
Like
is-
one thing.
Oh,
I was-
also
Oh.
another fun fact from the Beyond the Wall. He's underwater for like a minute and a half. I held my breath that entire time it's possible. So
Okay. Fact check.
Science.
In freezing cold water though.
He
Did
would
he
you try
also
it?
blows
Did you
a lot
try
of
that?
air bubbles
It's like
out. I
if
didn't do
John
that.
dies,
you gotta try
It
it.
is possible.
So okay, so we're gonna get a bag full of water tied around your neck.
I'll just
Cold-
pinch
ice
my-
cold
pinch my
water.
nose, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gotta be freezing cold. All right, so Battle of the Bastards.
Hold on. What about? Did you guys not like the wall fight between them and the Wildings episode?
Oh,
Oh,
Watchers
yes.
in the Wall. Yeah,
Watchers
that's
in the
my
Wall.
like number 3. I
Dude,
think.
would
Oh,
they do
that's
that
good.
pan shot where they're all fighting around the edge?
Yeah,
and stuff?
that's a good one.
I've never been more
that
erect
tracking
during
shot.
a television show in my entire life.
Yeah, that was
yeah,
great.
it was awesome.
And then I think
Yeah, that's my number 4.
another
Number
runner
four.
up.
Damn, you came
would
with
be,
notes, brother.
Yeah, I did.
He's ready,
Fuck.
dude. Another runner up would be the first episode. Why? Because it is like the happiest episode
Well, there's yeah.
of all.
They
of
also
it.
had to
It starts at the
redo it.
happiest and just
Yeah,
goes down.
like
literally
I said,
doesn't
I
get
said
happier
it.
than that.
Once they kick Bran out the window, there's just like, here goes all the happiness. Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tell
they-
me,
that's a
Bran
great
Stock.
point.
They
What
shot
happened
a
to your
different
legs?
pilot.
Huh?
Yeah,
They
it was
shot a
terrible.
pilot originally. It was so bad they had to redo it.
Yeah.
Wait, what was
So
so
that
bad?
they like recast like 7 of the people. Like they had a different Danny.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
There's another chick that was Danny.
Fun fact.
It also included, if correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like I remember them. It actually showed where the Mad King kills
Yeah, I
Brandon
think it did,
Rickard
yeah.
Stark.
In the
Mhm.
first episode, it did.
Yeah, in
They
the
showed John
original
Aaron
part.
getting poisoned too. I
Yeah,
think.
And wasn't like Tom Cruise like Jon Snow
I
originally?
don't know.
I think it was Tom
Uh,
Cruise or
I'm gonna press doubt. on
or
that.
Tom Hanks. It
X
was
for
one of the
doubt.
two.
Tom Hanks is not playing Jon
I doubt
Snow.
it. I don't think he was.
It's like,
Tom,
oh,
I'm
yes.
pretty sure it's Tom Hanks or Jeff Daniels.
Yeah,
It was like one of
Wesley
those two.
Snipes played Ramsey.
Yeah, dude, he's good at it.
I had Reigns of Castamere pretty high.
That's
I had
a great
number
one,
3,
too.
Number 3 for me.
Which one's that?
Red Wedding.
Red Wedding.
Oh,
I mean,
Brian, we talked
I
about
figured
this
it would
ad
be- I feel
like-
nauseam the other day.
I
it's
figured-
one of
yeah.
the best episodes because of everything that
There's so
happens.
many,
but it's the one I
um,
hate the most.
There's
I
so many
literally
close
almost stopped
reunions
watching.
in it too.
Yeah.
Like Arya almost meets up with her family again.
yeah.
That didn't go
Bran
so
and
well.
Jon almost meet when he's in that tower.
It's just like tickling you. It's like, all right, they're nah, dude, nah.
The most horrifying scene for me was when he came out with the wolf head. That was like your boy,
Yeah, that
your boy
was-
Rob came out with this. I was like,
Yeah, that
There's a
Jesus
theory
Christ.
based off of the books that Rob died twice because all the Starks have like a connection with the direwolf, and that he warged.
They can
he,
all
he dies,
warg into
warged
him,
into
yeah.
Grey Wind, and then dies again.
Wow.
Which
sad.
is a tough one to think about, but
Yeah, I haven't
I
made
don't
that far
believe
in the
that
books
as far
yet.
as the show goes. I mean, it's fun to speculate, but I can't imagine.
Yeah,
that,
they don't really do that in the show.
I can't
too much.
imagine they'd do that to somebody so handsome.
That's pretty bad. We got a dire wolf on the loose out here
Yeah.
right now.
Ghost will not listen to you, Eric.
Ghost, go. Cash, go.
So what? When Ghost isn't on the screen, what do you reckon he's doing?
I don't know, man, because
Licking his balls.
he should be
Being
out
a-
all the time.
Being an old dog.
Well, okay, think about it too.
'Cause he'd be
How many?
wrecking
How many?
shit. He can sense danger.
He also has to be out there slaying, though.
Oh, he was.
He's hot.
When they
He's-
released him in Watchers
he's a-
on the Wall, he slayed.
Well, I'm just talking. He's killing folks, and he's got to be getting some tail at the same time. So there's got to be a ton of like hybrid dire
I mean,
wolf.
Nymeria
wolves.
had a huge pack with her.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility that there's some little hybrids.
Do you
there.
think
so.
that wolf's gonna come back into play in season
It better
7?
be.
Yeah.
I think it's just like a budgetary
Oh, you said it came with a pack
It's only
of wolves.
it's only Ghost.
Those
and
are gonna
Nymeria
go
left.
to.
thing. Nymeria.
Those will
I
go
hope
to
she- yeah,
I hope
they-
descendants.
Oh, they're gonna
of-
have White Walker.
I hope all those
dire wolves.
Nymeria's wolf pack comes north and helps with the
We
fight.
have like White
against the
Walker
dead.
bears.
Dude, that'd be a
and-
That'd be sick.
dude.
I didn't read the books, but everyone's been on this big train about spiders.
Yeah,
I've
like
heard
ice
that too.
spiders.
Like Lord of the
yeah, I've
Rings
heard that a lot,
spiders?
too.
Yeah, like big ass.
Like they've been
spiders.
mentioned a
There's
lot,
probably
yeah.
more to it. I've probably
Well,
I
that's-
probably understand, but I've shunned myself from it because I don't want to spoil
Well, it's
anything.
like
I don't
they
wanna-
talk about like throughout the thing. They always talk about old stories of like these mythical creatures and
Old
all this
man.
stuff. Yeah. And then okay, White Walkers are real. We know that. And then giants are real. We know that. So maybe there's gonna be more that they've talked about already that we haven't seen.
just stuff that's
Yeah.
beyond.
Oh, are
the
we
wall.
getting?
Yeah,
Are we
yeah,
getting into
yeah.
theories now? Are we going
No,
to
we'll talk
oh,
about
okay.
season 8 in a second,
All
in a little
right.
bit. So favorite episodes. Everyone said theirs.
We kind
I
of just.
mean, I
Windsor,
think we're
Windsor.
kind of all
In agreement with,
yeah.
with
They're
what
all
we
great.
want.
Oh, and then last
Blackwater's a
one.
good one.
Wanted to say favorite seasons, too.
I also want to say Brian has a problem with like making out with his microphone.
I like to talk to
You
my
don't, you
microphone.
don't have to be
He's
that
already
close.
leaned
It's you got to
into
get
it.
connected like you
His
do with your
nose is
dire
all-
wolf.
You don't
Yes,
have
you
to be that
do.
close.
Mine would be
Okay.
7. I just people hate it because of the time warping and stuff, but I mean that's.
I thought they hated it because all the action and the lack of character, like politics.
Well, there's
I
so
mean,
much.
a lot of shit happens for
Yeah,
sure.
there's a lot. I mean, things really officially hit the fan in
Yeah.
season 7, where it's like,
Yep.
all right, now we're all on the same page here.
Yeah.
How are we gonna kill
Everybody
each
is
other?
in Westeros.
Let's kill each other, but let's have a meeting first. Let's go do something
Let's
really
fight
ill-advised
together.
first. You know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'd say 6, maybe.
6 is my favorite.
6, same.
What happens in 6 again?
But what about
Hold
boat
the
sex?
door. Battle of the
What?
Bastards.
John gets
Winds
revived.
of Winter. Yeah, John wakes up.
Bastard
Yeah.
with the Bastards.
Battle of the
is all I
Bastards.
need to
6 is,
know.
6 is good. I liked 7 too, though.
4 is good. I thought 4 was the solid first half.
3 and
second
4 are
half,
really good,
6 and
too.
7. Yeah, they're all good
Yeah.
except for 5.
Yeah, tell us
Five's
tell us all
definitely
about
at least.
season
tell us
5,
about
Brian.
season
Season
Wait,
5. So
was-
Bran fights like 2 people. He fights the Mountain and the Hound, right?
Bran.
Who kills a White Walker in
Is he
Hardhome?
saying Bran or Brienne? It's
I thought
Braun.
you said
His-
Bran.
I don't know what
your
happens.
speech impediments
Wait,
kicking in.
So Oberyn, what's his name? Oberyn Martell.
Yeah.
That was the coolest part of season 5.
Yeah, I forgot that.
the
That's in
Viper
4,
versus
right?
the Mountain. Yeah.
That's in
Yeah.
4.
No, that's 4, isn't it?
It's into 4.
When
yeah.
Tyrion's
Oh.
trial
He escapes
Yeah,
at the
he
end
did.
of
was a
4.
You're
really
right.
good part of.
Yeah, 4 was great. I
Yeah.
thought.
4 is a really good one.
So then 5 really
I mean,
was
they
just
all
nothing
are.
really
Like him
happened.
shooting his dad on the toilet.
Dude.
What
That
a
was
way to
awesome.
go out.
Is that how you want to do Marty in?
Well, not only did you shoot your dad, you just choked the fuck out of your
Sorry.
Ex-lover.
Well, and you just
ex-lover
found
who
out
was-
that she
who was
was
just
with your dad.
hooking up with your dad.
That's like when you know
Yeah,
Tyrion's
that was
not
sad.
not around to play. You know,
Didn't really
like,
blame
no
him
one was
for
giving
that
him
one.
credit,
Well,
and he's
first
like,
of all, can we just agree that Shay has to be the biggest wuss? If she can't just like do a little backflip off the bed,
yeah,
just do a little backward somersault.
Don't
and
make
then-
fun
and
of
then you-
Peter Dinklage like that, bro.
But
He's strong.
I'm just talking
He's
about
saying the angle he choked her.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he just had her pinned down. Like, pretty easy to escape that way.
I would think so.
But
there's a lot of easy things like Battle of the Bastards when Ramsey releases Rickon and he's running in a straight line.
We know,
and
yeah.
Ramsey's shooting.
You need to do Apocalypse.
zigzag,
Also,
Just gotta treat it like
Just
you're running
zigzag.
from an alligator.
Also,
Maybe
how,
zigzag.
how slow of a horse did John pick? Because they're not that far apart.
No, they're not.
He's riding for a while.
Yeah, and
well, he
It's
has
two
his
times.
Arm,
He
has
rides
his arm
two
out
times.
for a while.
he like
he's
gets
like,
out, he's
I'm
like,
getting
hey,
close.
I'm gonna
and
get
then it's
you.
like
I'm gonna
20
get you,
seconds.
and then
And then he gets like slayed by arrows after he rides again.
oh,
Yeah. It's like, why are you riding in alone, bro?
But was it really that sad when Rickon died?
Not really.
Nah.
Hey,
Well,
no
yeah,
one
'cause
really
you
cared.
don't see him for 2 seasons.
Little quiz for you. Tell me what
I'm not gonna know this.
the dire wolf name of.
I'm pretty sure
Rick-
this is one of
let's-
Eric's
yeah,
let's
trivia.
just hold
Oh,
off
yes,
on.
no.
Let's just hold off on any trivia questions we got going right now. Anyways, but yeah,
Dustin ruined the
did
game,
anyone
is
else
that right?
notice that? Like when Bran goes north of the wall and Rickon goes with
The girl. We were talking about
Asha
O'Shea
or
or whatever.
no,
Shay.
OSHA?
OSHA.
Ocean.
OSHA.
Oh shit.
You never see them until Rickon's
Yeah.
back at Winterfell.
Yeah, what do they do?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you don't
Well, they
wanna know
went.
what
They
do.
went and supposedly
Just
stayed
carrying
with
each other places.
a house that was loyal to the Starks, but
They got turned over.
yeah, and then it's just like, okay, well, I guess we won't talk about that. And then she dies, and then it's like, oh, Rickon, there he is. Oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
OSHA.
there's a lot of things like that. Like even the Hodor episode. Even though Hodor holded the door.
Hodor.
They still
the door is one of the better episodes.
they
Yeah,
still would have
that was
caught
about
up.
10.
Emotionally
They still would have
gut
caught up
wrenching.
with Bran. I feel like they were going away, but she was like going super slow.
Hodor didn't.
They easily
bro,
could have caught up to him.
As soon as Hodor let go of the door, he died.
Hodor
No,
is
I'm
an-
saying, but they could have got out and caught up with Bran and what's her name, Misha or something. I don't know her name.
Mira.
Mira. Yeah.
Hodor is definitely an underrated.
But that
character.
episode is awesome too.
Yeah. Well, he's
Yeah,
not underrated
Hodor's
because everyone
up there.
cried like a baby when he went
That
down.
was so sad.
So
Hodor.
I mean, the reason he does that is because of Bran, right? Bran screwed up.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's because Bran was in his mind and in the past at the same time, and he could like hear.
God,
But
that's
Bran
so
didn't have
trippy
any
to think
remorse. He's
about,
just an
though.
asshole. Sorry, Bran,
It's
but
crazy.
you're an asshole.
Yeah, Bran.
Yeah.
Because the whole time before that, he was saying Hodor, like when Bran was a kid, and
Yeah.
he
He was
became
fine
a
until
three-eyed-
he warged into him, which also brings to the other theory about
He
season
still
8.
said
We'll talk
Hodor,
later. The
though,
Mad
right?
King.
Mhm.
What?
Like when Bran was injured before he became the three-eyed raven, he still said Hodor.
Yes, he's been saying Hodor his whole life,
I know.
Trevor, and because of that moment in the future,
Just,
caused
time
him to
travel's
do
a
that.
bitch,
Time
bro.
travels.
That's
yeah.
why Back to the Future
It's
was, in our final. Four
Here's
there.
my thing. How did he warg into
championship.
Hodor and he could see as Hodor, but he's also in that memory too? You know what I'm saying? He was watching Hodor as like himself in that memory.
No, he wasn't. He was standing
This
off
isn't
to
like
the
a-
side.
No,
It's not a
yeah,
POV
he
show.
was
Yeah.
in the memory watching
Yes.
Hodor.
But at the
Yes.
same time, he was POVing as Hodor holding the door, correct?
No.
Yes. He was in Hodor's.
So he's in two
Mind.
spots at once then.
Oh, you mean when he's trying to make him
Yeah, he's
hold the door?
He's
Oh,
warged
maybe.
into.
He
That
warged
might have just
as-
been
yes.
Hodor doing that.
And he was also in the past, like
I
trying to
think-
watch that memory.
Yeah, I'd have to go back and rewatch that. But
Someone
I don't
said that
think
it
he
was.
I don't think he was warged in.
Next time
when-
you need a
I'm
good
pretty
cry.
sure he was.
Yeah. it's like, why you crying
Because-
so damn loud?
because Hodor was like scared when the White Walkers were coming in,
Yeah,
and
he
she was
wargs.
telling him we need Hodor, and so then he warged into him while he was still in this memory, and then it all came together.
He was kind of messed up for a while after that too.
Who, Bran?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
He
yeah,
didn't
like,
care. He's an asshole.
well, when they
dude.
were,
And
she
so,
was like had him on the sled.
Uncle
He was
Benjen
basically
gave him some rabbit's blood or
yeah.
whatever.
He was like learning everything at once.
Yeah, it's kind of like getting in a car accident when you're taking your driving test. That's basically what that
Yeah,
Kind
was.
of,
that's
yeah.
what was happening there. It's like he made a mistake, and Hodor is dead
Yeah,
now.
Bran's weird because he feels like a sociopath.
No,
Like,
he's
he has-
a little
He's not even
bit.
a sociopath.
I think
he just
Well, it's
doesn't
like
That's
care.
why Eric's so
Yeah.
good at playing it.
yeah, it's like one of those people where it's like they're a know-it-all. Well, he's literally a know-it-all. He knows
Yeah,
everything. So it's
yeah.
like he kind of is that way.
Well, he didn't know about John's true parentage.
Yeah,
Until
well,
the
Sam
end.
told
he,
him.
he
Yeah.
finds it out.
He
later.
went back and looked.
I mean,
yeah.
I think it's like a fragmented thing that over
Probably,
time he
yeah.
kind of pieces.
He knows what he's seen.
Because he was like downloading the shit when they
Yeah.
were like coming in. He's like, oh, get it,
Yeah.
get it, get it, get it, and then
It was like if he was an AI and they
Yeah.
plugged him in, and they,
Did they say
Matrix.
why he can't warg for very long, like limited times?
I didn't
know.
think there was a limited.
well,
I think in the books he has to like eat some paste like weirwood paste, and so it's like when he's tripping on that, he can do it.
Because the old guy said you can't be here too long.
Yeah, because you'll get stuck, which plays into one of the theories that we probably
That
will
he's
talk
the Night
about in
King,
time.
yeah.
Whoa,
Oh,
spoilers.
Spoiler
Whoa,
alert, damn.
whoa.
Wow, wow.
Well,
So favorite season, favorite characters, favorite moment.
that's what I said. Favorite scene earlier. You said
Yeah,
you didn't
but
want to do that.
we're just going, we're breaking it down.
Ho-da-do.
I mean, Arya killing all the Freys. That's up
Yeah.
there.
Definitely a good one.
John coming back to life.
Did you not? Okay, as people who watched it, like following the
Yeah, I had to
show.
Oh, how
wait
about
like
when
a
the
year.
Shadow
I had to
Baby
wait
kills
a year.
Stannis? That's really good, huh? Or
That
Renly.
was such a
Renly.
weird scene. And then just shadow
Low key,
picture.
not even low key. Melisandre,
Yeah.
Smoking.
take that collar off for me, girl.
Obviously, when Joffrey dies is
Yeah.
a great moment in the show.
The purple wedding.
The whole intro, the first like 10 minutes of
I already
Winds of
know-
Winter.
I was gonna say that exactly.
Yeah,
The whole build
that's
up.
like
of the
my
music
that's probably my favorite moment.
to the whatever
to
you call it.
the sept
The
exploding.
Sept
Yeah.
failure.
I was about to say, I think I'm on that episode right now.
What do they
Is
call
is
this
it, Is it
stuff?
season 6, episode 10?
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
sept of
What do they
Baelor.
call the dynamite though?
Wildfire.
Wildfire.
Wildfire. There it is.
I'm not sure of the scene, but in the last episode when like Daenerys and like John finally get together,
Like make love.
we've
and
been
all
waiting. Like they've been teasing
Bolts
us.
and holes.
They've been teasing us with it. They're like, "This is gonna happen," but
Tyrion seems a little jealous.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
and
because he
Jorah
loves her. I
every
think it's because
single
of
season
power.
together.
When we get to
Maybe.
theories, there's a theory behind that whole Tyrion thing.
It's wrong.
It probably
Yeah,
is.
I always
I
thought,
hope it's wrong.
I always thought they were
I
going
hope
to come
it's
out and
wrong.
say Tyrion was a Targaryen.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the books that's what they're alluding to because he has the same color hair as them. But in the
Tyrion,
books,
Like,
don't they? He has blonde
the
hair.
Mad King would talk about his mom basically.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
sexually in public. So people thought they were
Nothing
doing
wrong
it.
with that. Yeah, no, the
Um,
Winds of Winter is definitely one of the better moments.
Yeah.
When
Is that what-
Tormund
what
died, or what's
episode?
his name is?
Tormund?
No, the kid, the youngest.
Oh yeah, when they hang Ollie's.
No,
Ooh,
not
big
him.
time.
Five.
Not him, bro.
Hang Ollie.
Sir
What's-
Fuck
Alistair.
Ollie.
What's the Lannister's kid name that was king? The last kid.
Oh,
Tommen?
Tommen?
Tommen. When he jumps out the
It's a
building. Is that
very
what-
gifable moment.
Yeah,
I love that gift.
yeah. I probably used that gift
Oh,
once a week.
Tommen was actually a pretty decent king.
D-
Until,
He wasn't
Yeah.
bad.
Well,
He
he
was
was
the
easily
whole-
swayed by the High
he was
Sparrow.
never
until
in
the whole
charge,
High
though.
Sparrow thing.
He was never in charge though. Cersei and Marjorie were
I know.
pulling the strings,
Is-
which is
Yeah.
why they wanted him there in the first place.
But I'm
I
saying,
think
like,
he would have been once he
he
got
was like
older,
polar
probably.
opposite of Joffrey, basically.
Yeah.
Do you
He
think
was
there
a
will be
bitch.
more like info about this witch that Cersei
oh,
talked to?
what's it?
That's one of my
Maggie
one
the
of my
Frog?
theories actually.
Okay, we can
We'll
get
talk about
into
that
it.
later.
Yeah, Maggie the Frog.
Because when
Yeah.
do you find out?
Because
That,
they left a big part of that out actually.
when do you find
from the
out that
book.
she made the promise that her kids will die? Was that in season 7?
It's like the opening of season 5, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, don't quote me on that
All
one.
right, and last one before we get on to our Game of Thrones trivia. Who do you think would make the best king or queen of Westeros? This doesn't have to be like your season 8 prediction. This is just like of all the
Oh.
characters,
Mm.
who would be the best one to sit in the Iron Throne?
Alive or dead?
Alive or dead right now?
Alive. We have to do alive because
Oh, whoa.
Whoa.
Brian just
No.
cut out our mics on our
Yeah.
headset.
Yeah.
I guess we're doing dead.
Play that technical difficulties music that you got.
No, it's just our headphones. Brian cut them out. I don't know.
I
what he
do
did.
think Rob would be like if we were playing the
I
Dead
was-
or
yeah, I
Alive.
was thinking about
Rob
Rob.
would. Rob had the qualities,
That's
bro.
better.
Yeah, I
Better?
think Marjorie would
Uh,
definitely be up there because she cared about the poor. She
Yeah.
took the time to be seen. in
Yeah.
public.
I thought she just wanted to be a queen, though. She said she never.
She did. She
Well,
wanted
she
to be, she
did.
wanted to rule.
Yeah.
In season 6, when she's confessing her sins, she said that she didn't care about the poor.
Well, no,
she
she-
just wanted to be seen.
Yeah, exactly. She does. I mean, it's she's doing it for the optics, and she's doing it, because it's the
Right.
right thing to do for the people who are seeing it. Now, her intentions may have been in a different place, but I mean, if you're poor and she's giving you food, it's really win-win.
Yeah,
so you're
no,
saying
she was
Marjorie?
I think she'd definitely be up
I
there.
think Sansa wouldn't be
good. Talk
too bad.
into the mic.
I'm trying to talk
Sansa
into
wouldn't
the
be
mic.
bad,
No.
but yeah, especially with Littlefinger dead, she'd be better.
Yeah.
But I feel like she's easily swayed still.
I don't know.
No,
Sansa?
not
I
anymore.
think Danny
Not
would be pretty
anymore.
good too.
Sansa?
Danny or John,
Wants to
break
or
the wheel.
both of them.
I don't think Danny's going to be good if she ends up there because she's a psychopath.
She does get more
A
psycho
little
as it
bit,
goes
but-
on.
Oh,
She is a little
I'm
She
cooking
needs
up
John to
theories
mellow
right
her
now.
out though.
Cooking up.
What about if Samuel was the king?
Absolutely be terrible.
That'd
Yeah,
be great. Right?
Okay, so yeah, he can't even fight, dude. So you picked
Hey,
Rob.
he's killed a walker, bro.
Oh no, you picked Marjorie.
Yeah, I think Marjorie. Yeah,
You picked Rob.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, we're doing a live or
I'd
dead.
go with Rob.
I'm gonna say Jamie just because I think that is who. it's
Okay,
gonna be.
and Trevor, who?
I'm gonna say
It'd be a good
Tyrion.
war
Also
general.
with Varys.
War Jeffrey.
War
I love
general.
Varys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's a good old
you
boy.
guys got a lot
Who?
in common.
Varys.
You
Varys.
guys got a lot in common.
Best king,
I just
Podrick
got-
Payne,
Ooh.
baby.
Hey.
Sex god.
Oh, here's a
He'd
question.
be slaying.
Okay, let's just reduce this.
No,
down.
I agree with Trevor though. Tyrion, I think, would be a
Okay,
really good king.
let's say you're king.
Okay,
Pick 3 for your king's guard.
3 for my king's guard.
Yeah,
Okay,
Brienne.
alive or dead?
Brienne.
doesn't matter.
Brienne,
Okay.
the Hound in the Mountain.
No,
No.
That's quick.
Mountain doesn't count because he's Cersei's.
He's
I would say the
What?
Hound.
Give me Arya.
I would say Oberyn,
dead
not
too.
bad.
and
Yeah,
I would
bad.
say Jon Snow.
Jon Snow's not that good of a fighter.
Dude,
Compared
what?
to-
He's supposed to be like the.
He's
Can
like
we,
the
can we, so
Jedi.
if we're doing dead, can we do Jamie with both hands?
Sure.
He would.
Alright.
He'd make my top 3.
He's,
Yeah,
he's
I
probably
do
top
Jamie
3.
instead of whoever
Yeah,
you said.
I'm
Jon
going
Snow.
Jamie, John, and Tormund.
Yeah,
Tormund?
Mine,
Dude, Tormund's a
mine would
beast,
be like
bro.
Jamie and John for sure.
mine would be Jamie, Sir Barristan, and Arthur Dane.
Oh, Sir Barristan,
Yeah.
the
Who's
83
Selka.
year
Like,
the
He was
82
King
year
Robert.
old dude.
Do what?
King Robert with the hammer. He might not be.
Oh,
too bad.
I didn't even consider that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd
Like
fuck.
in shape.
We
Who's
didn't
Sue
even-
Barristan?
We didn't even talk
Sir
about
Barristan
Ned.
is
We didn't
the
even
old
talk
guy.
about
No, we
Ned
haven't even
Stark.
mentioned Ned.
Ned
Yeah,
Stark
Ned's dead,
is
baby.
Well, he
obviously
didn't
the-
really defeat
He was-
Dane though.
yeah.
He got help.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'd pick those guys over Ned,
No, I'm just saying Ned Stark is one of the better
I'm sure
characters
he was
that
good.
but he
One guy
didn't
had to
defeat
die.
He
Darth
just
Maul.
wasn't. He's only
Yeah.
in like
a season.
Yeah.
an eighth of it.
See, I would definitely consider removing if we're doing.
I'm not
theoret-
saying-
if Jamie can have both hands, and I can get young Barristan. You know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking the old Barristan. I was like, or Barristan.
Yeah, well, I mean, he still.
Berenstain
I mean, he
Bears?
still slays all
Still
those
said
guys.
he could cut through all of them.
Yeah. Oh, we
yeah.
didn't even say Grey Worm. Grey Worm
Mm.
slaughters too.
Yeah, but he also he
Oberyn's
got-
way
Dario?
better.
Dario's pretty good.
All I'm saying,
Yeah, I
okay.
hate that character so
Here's my
much.
thing about Grey Worm. I get he's a good fighter and stuff, but it's like, I don't know. He's like my size.
He's also.
That's why I would say no to Arya
But
too.
he's also
'cause-
Yeah, she probably wouldn't
indoctrinated
be
to
top
the- Well,
three,
not
but
as much
powerful.
anymore.
She'd be
now
a
that-
good-
I want her on
just
my
saying,
side.
like,
though.
but good if
Misogyny's
she could be a
out.
spy.
She'd be a good assassin.
Yeah, there
But
you go.
but Oberyn, I think, is clearly the best fighter
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the Seven Kingdoms.
I would probably have to. Take
He won
out
that
Barristan.
fight. He just got cocky.
Yeah, stab him and then do the
Yeah,
rest.
like just
double
just,
tap, double
just,
tap
Yeah,
first.
hold it in his stomach or something.
Yeah, no, that's.
Are we? Can we only let humans in, or can we put one of the dragons as part of the King's Guard?
Bro.
I don't think that's how it works though.
Yeah, it could be
They
in
can't
there
wear
instead of
armor, so.
protecting you.
Also, let's back to the Oberyn Mountain fight. I feel like it was a draw because the Mountain technically died.
Sort of. I mean,
I mean,
it took
he
a
basically
scientific.
they were
miracle.
both laying there like dead at the end of the
Oberyn's
fight.
Oberyn's the guy with the head that got squished.
Correct.
He was slightly less dead, I would say.
True.
Yeah, if there's a scale of 1 to dead, hasn't hit dead yet.
Oberyn was super dead.
Oh, yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. Coming back from that.
Yeah.
He had
Red
more
Witch.
last
Red Witch
breaths.
won't save you after that.
That's one of the times that I screamed it out loud, like when
Yeah.
that happened.
Do you think
Yeah.
he was happy though that at least the Mountain admitted to that
I don't know
stuff?
if he really did.
Oh yeah. Quick backtrack. Worst characters: sand snakes.
Yeah.
They're pretty
Yeah.
bad
Hey, what
Wait,
season was that?
Wise.
What is the Mountain?
Season 5.
What did the
Season 5.
Mountain
Yeah.
admit to? What'd you say? The Mountain admitted to
Like
something?
to the crimes, killing
The thing that
killing
he
his
wanted,
daughter and
Yeah.
because he was
nephew.
pretty much the dude from Princess Bride. He's like, "You killed my father. You killed my mother." He's like, "You're gonna admit to it."
I know, but
And
what
the
I'm
Mountain
saying is-
admitted to raping his daughter.
When?
Indigo,
He
my
didn't
name is
really,
Indigo
though.
Montoya.
He did when he was smashing his eyes
Oh
in. He
yeah,
told him.
after
Oh,
I do
maybe.
remember that.
And I'm
now.
saying, do you think
I
at
doubt
least
he
died
got a lot
happy?
of satisfaction out of that scene as he died. Seconds
He probably
later.
couldn't hear it because his brain was in 3 pieces.
That's true.
That's generous. That few.
Savage.
Yeah.
Savage. All right, you guys want to do some trivia?
Let's
you wanna
do
see who
it.
knows the
Do you wanna
best
do theories
Game of
first, or you wanna do
Thrones? No, we're
trivia?
gonna
Do
do season 8 after trivia, and then
All right.
we will get out of here. But I got some trivia questions. We're gonna take a quick break, and we will be right back with some trivia.
We're gonna do literally nothing.
Welcome back to the Game of Thrones edition. Before we didn't even talk about it. Who are you guys? Who are you?
We talked
I'm the
about it.
king of the north, Jon Snow, and this is my bride.
My auntie.
Your auntie.
My auntie wife.
What about you back here, Trevor?
Tell me, Bran Stark. What happened to your legs?
Embarrassed.
In the veil.
Peter, I ain't got no legs. And I am Bran the Three-Eyed Raven. Okay.
Let my lady speak.
I don't have anything to say.
No, who are you? You didn't say who you were.
I'm your aunt.
I think we know, dude. The hair
Fucking
kind of
his aunt,
gives it away. Okay.
This whole time I thought he was Rhaegar.
Could be.
Make sure you can't see it. It printed on both sides.
Play a
so.
harp.
Let's get into it.
All right,
man.
so here's how it works. We're going to do it quick. We're going to do it fast. That's what she said. We got round 1, somewhat easy questions. Round 2 is a little bit harder. And then our final round, you'll see what happens. So, yeah, kind of buzz in first and
We'll do
then
that.
raise your hand. If you interrupt the question, you do not get to hear the rest of the question.
I like it.
If you get it right, it's a point in the first round. If you get it wrong, it's
Jeopardy.
-1 in the
Jeopardy.
first round.
Ooh,
Let's do it.
yes.
Okay?
All right.
Let's go.
So we're going to start out easy. What is the name of Jon Snow's wolf? Dustin.
Ghost.
Ghost is correct.
This is too easy. I even knew that.
He said it was going to be easy to
I
start.
said the first round's easy. Number 2. Who is the king of Westeros?
Oh, he beat me.
Brian, you did
What?
it first.
Right now?
That's the problem. That's the problem.
You didn't let me finish the question, so.
-1.
Cersei?
Okay, Brian gets -1.
Yeah, you
She
gotta-
said king.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why I'm glad you beat me. I was like, oh,
Cersei,
he
you
didn't
never
say
know
win.
what she is.
Okay, who is the king of Westeros when the series begins? Dustin.
What?
Robert Baratheon.
I was going to guess that one.
Gods, I
I'm
was
trying.
strong
I'm
then.
trying to like look at my peripherals so
God
I
for
see
Bessie
who
and
goes
a
up
tits.
first.
All right, why don't I try harder now?
Okay. Number 3. What is the name of the continent which most of the action of Game of Thrones takes place? Simon.
Westeros.
Yes, it is
God,
Westeros.
this is too easy. These are
I
toddler.
told you this.
Well, just enjoy when
Okay,
you know
here
the
we go.
answers.
Here we go. In the first episode, King Robert Baratheon says, "In my dreams, I kill him every night." To whom is it? I think it was Brian.
It was.
Rhaegar?
You don't get it because that's not the full answer.
Rhaegar took it.
So you get -1. Like I said, dude, you gotta let me finish the question.
Everyone else did it. Well, let Simon go now. No, Simon
I didn't
knows
buzz
his-
in.
Yeah, you
I
did.
did not.
All
I
three of us
I
did.
Yeah, but it doesn't count.
Okay.
+1 on that.
No, you should have to answer it when I
No,
did.
don't make up the rules.
Fucking bitch.
I'll read this. In the first episode, King Robert Baratheon says, "In my dreams, I kill him every night." To whom is the king referring? Simon.
Rhaegar Targaryen in the Battle of the Ruby Forge.
I don't know what that is.
Well, what you
I
just
guess
said
that's not
is
the
it's
answer.
actually correct, but
Give him
Rhaegar
-1.
is right. Okay.
yeah, but
I said that too.
Yeah,
So
Simon, you get
I get a
-1.
point.
No,
I
you
get-
get
no,
negative
you-
1. Who is he referring and why?
Trevor.
Rhaegar Targaryen.
Okay.
Because he killed
this is a convoluted question.
his Ned's sister.
Yeah, that is correct.
Can you get me back to
I'm
0
not
though
good
at
with-
least and give Simon
I'm
not
just,
a
I'm
negative?
just putting
Hey,
negative.
give me
sorry.
a +1, bitch. That's right.
Yeah, you gotta know why.
Coming
Okay.
after you, Dustin.
Yeah.
5. At the end of season 2, Joffrey Baratheon sits on the Iron Throne, but which Baratheon is actually the rightful king? Simon.
I'm next.
Stannis.
Stannis is correct.
Damn it! It actually should be Brenly.
Can I ask a quick question while we're here? Why doesn't that happen? Why do they just get to keep the thrones?
Because,
Oh, because
no one,
no one knows
no
that
one
they're
truly
inbreds.
knows that he's a bastard.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you recall,
Wait.
when-
You
when
said
Robert's-
Stannis?
When Robert's
I
dying,
thought it was
he says
Renly.
that-
No, Stannis is
Stannis
the
is
older
older.
brother.
Yeah, when Robert's dying, he
-1
says he
again for
doesn't,
Brian.
You know,
Fuck
that
you, bro.
Joffrey can't be, and then
He says, you
But no one
will-
else knows. That's why everyone.
They killed everybody else.
And
Yeah.
Ned changed
That
the
makes-
verbiage on
yeah.
it,
That's
and then
what I
they
thought.
didn't believe it, and they ripped
Alright,
up
back
the
to the
paper.
game.
But he told Stannis what was up.
Stannis is the
Alright,
true one
cool.
true.
Number
king.
6. Why could Jon leave the Night's Watch since his vows were for life?
Because he died and gave his life.
That is correct.
That was a good question.
Dustin's gonna win.
All right. Number 7. What is the Hound's real name? Oh, I don't know. That was a tie.
How do we solve this?
Rock, paper, scissors.
I think.
Oh,
Oh, I got the second one.
You can't do it.
I think.
Just rock,
Guess a
paper,
number
rock,
between
paper,
one and
scissors.
two.
How sure of you guys
I-
are this answer?
I'd rock.
I'm
I'd,
100%
I'd
sure.
rock paper scissors for it.
All right.
All right, one game, bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hit it on the third.
Yep.
Yep.
Fuck, God damn it.
Sandor Clegane.
That is correct.
It's Sir. actually. So that's
No.
That's a
Hang on.
that's a title.
It's a
That's not a
title.
name.
All right. Who was the
Fucking cunt.
hand before Ned Stark? Dustin.
John Aaron.
If I was just me, I would've been up there.
Who?
John Aaron.
Okay.
I thought it was
Which chemical was
No,
used
it's-
during the Battle of Blackwater? Simon.
Wildfire.
Wildfire is correct.
The word chemical threw me off there. I was like, surely that's not what he.
freaking
referred to it
nerds,
as.
dude.
How many fingertips did Stannis Baratheon?
He cut off 4 of his fingers.
That is correct.
I was gonna say, I
Nerd,
don't
bro.
know if it's 4 or 5.
Nerd.
Well, I remember because I just watched it when they're talking to Iron Bank. He pulls
The
it out.
end
and
of the
he-
CGI
question
it.
was
He
off
goes-
of Davos's hand.
Yeah, Stana. He shows the Iron Bank his hands.
Okay. Who says, say it, say her name, say it? Simon.
Oberyn Martell.
That is correct.
You had the nice accent there too.
Thank you.
Brian, you are getting demolished at -2. Okay. What noble house is Catelyn Stark from? That was close over there.
I couldn't
Give it,
tell.
to, give it to Brian.
Okay, we'll give it to Brian.
think she's a totally about
Uh,
House
yeah,
Aaron.
there you go.
No,
That's
you're
right.
right. You're right. You're right.
Yay.
Her sister's in House Aaron.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. How many kings were there in the 7 kingdoms at the end of season 2? I saw Trevor click as you raised your hand, so rock, paper, scissors,
You
or
can give it to him.
Trevor.
I think he was a little bit before.
3.
That is wrong. Simon.
It's the War of the 5 Kings, so I'll guess 5.
That is wrong. It's at the end of season 2.
Oh, I didn't click the button.
I didn't either.
It was me.
Well, I
accidentally
don't
pressed
think
it.
you get
I
an
wasn't.
answer now.
I wasn't buzzing. I just accidentally
Well, I
pressed
mean,
it.
there's only like 2 numbers left that you really could guess.
Was that the whole question?
Yeah.
So we don't get minus points.
You guys know.
Well,
I'm gonna guess.
I don't
he
know
said
who
he-
buzzed first, so
I
that's
never
what I'm saying.
buzzed. So
Do we
I
get
never
minus
buzzed.
points?
It was
Simon.
me.
I
It was
just
me
went
by
like this,
accident.
and I was.
Do we
okay.
get minus points?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We both
Damn
get
it,
minus
that's
1.
Stupid.
Anyways, we're
I'm
going to
not-
end the question there.
the
I don't
answer-
care.
The answer's 2.
The answer is 4.
That's what I was gonna fucking say.
Renly?
God damn it.
Claim to be king.
Oh, that
Joffrey,
was- the way you worded
Stannis,
that was-
and
Yeah,
Rob.
bad word.
That
no,
was bad verbiage.
How many kings were there in the 7 kingdoms
There's-
at the end of season
Yeah, but
2?
they're not all kings.
All right, next
they're
question.
making a claim.
We better not give out the minus.
Hey, Simon's got -1 too on that one. Nah, I saw it.
God damn
Gotta
it.
compete.
Okay, here we go. These trees are sacred in the eyes.
Weirwoods.
I lifted my hand
Frickin'
and just forgot to
nerd.
push the button.
So yeah, I'm not gonna. You
got that
guys,
from reading it, didn't
you guys just be honest. Whoever buzzes first, because I don't want to screw anybody. So,
It's kind of hard to tell sometimes.
Hold your buzzers high, boys.
anyways, moving on. We have 2 more left in the first round. At the end of his training, what must an Unsullied kill to prove he has?
Let's take a baby from its mother's arms.
That is incorrect.
It's correct.
I'm not correcting it. I'm not correcting it.
-1, baby. I don't even know what.
Can you
the hell
repeat
this
the
is.
I'm gonna
question?
just win by attrition.
At the end
here.
of his training, an Unsullied must kill, to prove. Okay.
His pet dog.
Okay. Kill to prove he has no
that
no
wrong?
mercy
Is this
or
the
weakness.
Soviet Union.
I want to say like they chop their penises off, right?
No.
Oh.
What must they kill to prove there's no mercy or
What
weakness?
exactly what I said is the right answer.
What is
Babies.
That's what I've.
I mean, yes. I guess we can give it to Simon. You
No,
don't
no,
do
no.
this.
Simon
-1.
said-
How about I just don't lose a point?
said Simon
I
said.
Nope.
just
Simon said
Nope.
take it from his mother's arms. It's actually a newborn slave.
That's a negative point. I
But
think.
you take the baby from its mother's arms and kill it, right?
I don't know. It's a
It could
newborn
be on.
slave
It could be
child.
sleeping on the couch. It doesn't have to be from her
You
arms.
But
specify
I
the
was talking about a
slave.
baby, though.
But it could be anywhere. You could take it from.
We're
here.
gonna
Oh,
we're
here.
gonna
it's,
scratch it and no one gets anything.
All right, that's
Nice.
fair. That's
Oh
fair.
my boo!
In season 2, who does Tyrion tell Varys he is planning on marrying to Princess Myrcella? I think
Ooh,
Brian-
damn, that's a tough one.
I think
That is a
Brian
tough
got it.
one.
I'll
He
just
told something
retract.
else. He
No,
told
you
something
can't.
different to every
Yeah.
person.
I know the answers, but I don't know who.
I'm not repeating the question.
I honestly don't know the answer.
Say up to what you asked me or told me.
Okay. In season 2, who does Tyrion tell Varys he is planning on marrying to Princess Myrcella?
Will a last name suffice, or do you have to have a first name?
First name.
Okay, I'm not buzzing in then.
Remember, he told 2 people, 2 different people.
Can we get a clue?
Nope.
No.
That was your clue. He told 2 people 2 different names. This is one of the names. Who's? Is that just
I'll
like?
give you a clue that wasn't help. It wasn't the right one.
All right, you got like 5 seconds. Anybody?
No, someone else
No,
go.
I
I was just
don't
like,
know.
I didn't mean it.
Anybody? Theon Greyjoy.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was the Martells or the Greyjoy, so I was too
I
scared.
knew it wasn't Martell, and I couldn't
At the
remember
end
other
of
one.
I was
round
gonna say Bran
one,
Stark, so I'm glad I didn't
Trevor 0, Simon 4, Brian -1, Dustin 5.
Hey, baby.
Our guests are killing it in.
Do we get 2
today's
points this
show.
time?
Look at your boy not losing
Round
points,
2.
I
It
should've
is
said no
minus
negative.
Two.
or is 2 plus 2 minus 2.
though. Spicy.
Big
Meet the
hitters.
ball.
Big hitters.
Yeah, so you better
So
not.
Simon, do you just want to have them leave the couch and
All right, we'll see what happens.
or
Okay.
Daenerys? I
Okay.
apologize.
Well, the final round, you may be able to make a comeback. Okay. Number 1 of round 2. Name 3 cities of Slaver's Bay, all of which visited by Danny.
Fuck that. I don't really need that shit. You get it way too hard now.
These ones are a little bit harder. Just be ready for them.
I'm not ready for him.
She takes one and lives in one,
Yeah.
and the other
We
two,
know- yeah,
the
we just
other
don't know
two attack her.
Yeah,
I
we just
know
don't know the
two.
cities.
I should have rewatched the shows.
I should have read all the books already.
I don't think you're getting anybody here. Might as well.
I'll give you 1 point if you can name 2 of them.
Marine and Karth.
Yeah.
No, Karth is not in Slaver's Bay.
What?
Haha.
Yeah.
I better not lose 2 fucking points for that because it was already
Yeah.
over.
Marine
No one loses points because I'm giving them
and the
2.
greatest city that ever was, and that what?
That was Karth.
That's Karth.
Yeah.
It's
Negative 2,
it's-
negative
It's
2.
Marine,
Yeah.
Yunkai, and Astapor.
Simon gets negative 2,
Astapor.
right?
No way.
Astapor.
No, the question's over.
I think
All right,
okay,
moving
all
on,
right.
You're
moving
never
on.
getting this pussy again.
During, during the Red Wedding, which houses were allies against the Starks? I'll give you a hint. There's 3.
Oh shit.
Fuck. There should be 2.
You
Oh,
gotta
no,
think
there's
Red
3.
Wedding,
There's 3.
Red
Yeah.
Wedding, there's 3.
Yeah, he just figured it out.
Go ahead.
I'm chiming in.
The
I-
Boltons, the Lannisters, and the Freys.
That is correct.
Yes, it is.
I had 2 of them. God dang it.
So do you lose because you buzzed in first?
Let me guess.
But I didn't guess.
you were
because
you
I
were
gave it to
forgetting the
you.
Boltons, weren't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you buzz in and you don't answer, then you don't get any negative points. We'll say that. What are the words of House Martell?
Unbowed, unbent, unbroken.
That is correct.
Jesus.
Nerd.
Literally,
Nice.
bro.
Goddamn.
Yeah, I couldn't get the.
Okay,
Be good.
here's a hard one. The Hound says, "Killing is the sweetest thing there is." To whom does he say this and why? Who is that? You?
Yeah. He says it to Arya.
I'm making sure Trevor can't see anything. That is incorrect.
Damn it.
I don't know.
My points are so spicy right now. I'm so scared.
Yeah,
to
Dustin
lose
has
them.
no negative points. Pretty solid. The Hound says, "Killing is the sweetest thing there is." To whom does he say and why?
Sansa, because her mother was a killer, her dad was a killer, her brothers were killers, her sons were going to be killers, and they're trying to escape the Battle of Blackwater.
That was. I will accept it.
That's
What?
word
You
for
went
word.
into length of why he said it. The correct answer is Sansa to scare her out of her fantasy world. Like
Yeah,
everyone's a good person.
Damn, that when
So
you
to
said
say
that, I was
that,
like,
I'm
that's
gonna give it to him.
exactly word for word.
yeah.
Look at
Boom.
Dustin.
Dustin made fun of us for trying to be virgins for
All
dressing
right,
up.
here we go.
Dustin knows everything
Hey,
about the
don't know if
show.
you know this or not, but the reason why I haven't answered all the questions because I'm too busy fucking during the show.
Okay, how many
Brian
times?
must have been doing a lot of fucking.
Is Brian even here anymore? I don't even know. All right, how many? Brian should know this too because he just watched all of it in like 2 weeks.
I should. I don't remember all of it.
How many times did Thoros of Myr resurrect Beric? I don't know who did it.
It was me. 6.
Yep, that is right.
Damn.
I thought it was going
Just
to go
watch that.
7.
last
The end of the question was resurrect Beric Dondarrion from death up until the end of season 3.
Oh shit.
That
That might have fucked me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have got it wrong probably.
Yeah.
Okay. The destruction of the Great Sept of Baelor caused many casualties. Which 2 characters died during the explosion?
Which 2?
There's like
The High
20.
Sparrow and Marjorie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or what? Loras
Oh, is
Tyrell.
that not the whole question?
No, that is the whole question.
Yeah. There's tons. The High Sparrow died. The
I don't
Marjorie.
think the High Sparrow didn't die. In
Yes,
the
yes, he's right in the middle
Yeah,
of it when
he
it
was in the middle.
explodes.
Okay, which
Okay,
2 main
Tyrells?
characters?
Okay, how's the High Sparrow not a main character?
He was,
Loras
yeah.
Tyrell dies. Marjorie dies. The High Sparrow dies.
We'll see if you say the 2 names I have. I don't know.
How
I
do you
made
not
up.
have Marjorie? How's
Oh,
Marjorie
yeah,
not
Marjorie.
I
Marjorie?
made up half
Definitely.
of these, and
The
I
Queen?
got some of these
The
off the
Queen?
internet. This one was off the internet, so
Eric made this one
Oh,
up.
I fulfilled your question.
I feel like
I'm
this should be
100%
a 0.
correct.
We'll give you
question.
one.
Blanket.
I'm gonna give you a point since this was weird. I thought the same thing too, but the answer they had was Marjorie and Lancel Lannister.
Yeah, I said.
Lancel? Who's
I got
Lancel?
the old.
Lancel is
the
the
old-
one who
Her
joined.
oh,
the
he was
Yeah.
down at the bottom.
Yeah, he's the one who was chasing after
crawling.
the kid that got his Achilles chopped.
yeah.
Because you could argue.
I
that
gotta
the-
watch that. I want to say the High Sparrow died elsewhere.
No, he doesn't.
No,
I'm
he's
positive.
in. He's
He
definitely
died.
in.
He's in it.
You go ahead.
Because he doesn't want people
You
to
go ahead,
leave.
just-
He keeps everyone continuing.
Yeah,
Right.
he should get 2 for that
Okay.
because he
Go
got
ahead.
2 characters.
Why don't you put the 5?
Did you say
cross
it was main
on
characters?
Dustin's?
I don't know. Just chill. Okay, what was the name of the boy Arya was playing with, who later died when her wolf attacked Joffrey?
Don't know the
Sam
Trevor.
the Butcher's Boy.
No, that is
It's
incorrect.
close.
The butcher's boy is right.
The butcher's boy
I don't
is
know
right.
his real name.
So give me 2.
No,
He said, "What's his name?" Not like
That's not-
describe
He's
how
a
where he
person.
belongs.
Give me 2.
you can have -2.
Hey, yeah, you know,
I said.
John's, Ned's son.
What's his name?
I don't know. Is anyone else going to try to answer?
No.
The Watcher.
It is Micah.
The Butcher's Boy.
Oh
though.
yeah, I can remember Arya
saying
saying
that.
that. Yeah.
Okay,
Ned's boy?
who attempts to kill Tyrion on the battlefield at the Battle of Blackwater Bay?
Tywin.
That's incorrect.
All right, I'm going to guess.
That is incorrect.
No, he.
Can I guess?
Tyrion
Tyrion
Bane.
I don't think.
Can I guess?
I don't think I'm wrong.
You are 100% wrong.
It's not. He plans it, but I think.
Tywin?
You're
Sorry.
talking about like an actual
No,
person.
Cersei plans
think
it.
I-
Cersei plans it.
Can I
That's
guess?
still not the answer. Though.
Can I
Doesn't
guess?
Tywin
Can I
come
guess?
It's not
after him,
Tywin.
or am I
Yes.
imagining that?
All right, quiet,
Doesn't
Brian.
Tywin try and kill
He
him?
comes and saves.
You're not
I
going
know
to.
he
Oh,
does.
that's the
The
one
is it
before
the Hound?
Blackwater.
Wrong.
When he has
Minus
the
2 for
mountain
Brian.
people, like Shaggy Dog or whatever.
Anybody else?
Tywin planned it. He tried to get
Well,
it.
I know that. But
Podrick killed this guy. He was a king's guard.
Stabs him in the back.
Sir Mandon Moore.
Oh, what the
I
fuck?
I never got that one. Well, I
Okay,
really shot myself in the
I
foot
made
there.
this one up. Which character was played by 2 different actors?
Dario.
That is correct.
That's correct.
Season 3 and
Could've
4,
been a
they
couple.
switched the actor.
The second actor was
Bar-
better, but
well,
it
Barrack
really.
was played by 2 actors too.
Well-
It's so annoying.
Was he?
yeah, he's in season 1. He's some
Mountain.
skinny-eyed
See,
little weird guy.
I was wondering that because I was like, when was Beric Dondarrion?
Damn,
in
he
season
aged
1?
weird.
The
Yeah.
mountain.
Yeah, he calls him to go. hunt the
Okay, well,
mountain.
I didn't notice that. That was the only one I noticed, and you knew it.
The
Awesome.
mountain. The mountain was 2 people, right?
No, the mountain was.
I don't
No,
know.
the
you
mountain
never,
was like
see his-
3
Yeah, I think it was 3.
You like never see his face.
Oh, it's not
Except for,
just
like, the one
Jorg,
time.
whatever the
No, he was
Iceland
only-
dude.
There's
the
like
last
2 guys
couple
before
seasons.
that. Yeah.
Damn.
Didn't
We're
know that.
learning things every day. All right, number 10. Brienne pledged her alliance to which two?
Catelyn Stark and Sansa Stark.
Wrong.
Correct.
To Renly Baratheon and then Catelyn Stark.
That is correct.
That's correct.
But you
Yeah,
said which
Trevor's
2?
missing from 8. -2 for
I,
Trevor.
I,
Don't
yeah,
forget
yeah.
that.
I bet it was 2 houses.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I gotta
was it
wait
2
with that
houses,
third.
bitch?
Which 2 people?
Yeah.
She pledged to Sansa and she
Yeah,
pledged to
but her
Arya.
pledging to Sansa was because
Give me
of Catelyn.
-1 for that.
That's tough. That's tough for sure.
That's
But I think that
All right.
the Catelyn thing would count.
This one is
The
worth
Sansa thing
3
is because
points,
she's dead.
true.
but you get 1 point for each answer and -1 for each wrong answer. There's 3 correct answers. Name each house sigil. Tully, Tyrell, and Greyjoy.
All right. The Greyjoys is the octopus. What are the other 2 houses?
I thought it was a squid.
Yeah, same thing.
What?
Tully,
No, bullshit.
Tully and
That's what I said.
Tyrell.
Tyrell is the flower, and Tully is
What kind of flower?
couldn't tell you.
Sunflower.
Tully is...
I don't remember.
Okay, well, you're getting -2.
Fuck. No, I think I'm
No.
gonna get -1 now.
Dustin was close.
You say which
but
ones he got
It's
right?
not right.
Can you say which ones he got right?
No.
Well, he
No.
was partially right on all of them, if that makes sense.
Okay, I'm just gonna try. Give me the houses again.
Tully, Tyrell, Greyjoy.
Tully's a trout, a fish.
Yep, that's right.
Greyjoy is like the squid or octopus thing, whatever.
Well, if that didn't count for me, you might not want to say that.
Is that the one that didn't count? And then the Tyrell's is the golden rose.
Simon gets 1 point. You got the trout right, the rose right. The Greyjoy, I get you wanted to say squid octopus, but it is the golden kraken. It is very specific.
It
is very
on the
specific.
Kraken.
Yeah, that is wrong. Fuck.
So you get
Damn.
1, Simon. And that is the end of that question.
So did Dustin miss any?
Oh yeah, you got -2.
Can we go to the part where
How
we
is he
can
not
come
getting?
back?
How is he not getting minus points for the squid thing?
He
If
did.
I
I'm-
did,
He
but
got
I got the
2
other
right,
2
1
right, so
wrong.
it's- I
so
got
you got
+1.
+1. I only gave him 1 point.
Got him.
All right.
That's math.
That one was worth 3.
That was math.
This is the Game of Thrones trivia. It is cutthroat. What is the name of the person who chopped off Jaime's right hand?
Ooh. Damn. I could see.
He
him.
later
Can
joined
see
the
his
Night's
face, he
Watch
joins
to
the
kill
Night
Jon
Watch.
Snow.
Yeah, he's a son of a bitch. I don't know.
I should have asked the questions. You should have been answering them.
Would you have known this one?
Huh? No. It was Locke.
Yeah. There's
John Locke.
You could give me all night. I would have.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got that.
What was the name? Oh, wait, I just asked that. Okay, this is a multiple choice. Which of the following characters does appear in season 1? Stannis, Roose Bolton, Craster, Beric Dondarrion.
Beric Dondarrion does.
That is correct. Season 1, episode 6, To Hunt Down the Mountain.
Well, we just talked about that.
That's
so
why it's so beautiful.
I
I
know.
got the question.
Okay, last 2 questions. How many kingdoms make up Westeros?
7.
Wrong.
What? It's the 7 kingdoms.
Yo, just wait.
Was there more to that question?
I'm gonna say I got
No,
one.
that's the question. Simon, I didn't know it either.
Is it 8?
Okay, you can't ask.
You gotta push the button, or
So,
8?
-2 for Brian, -2 for Simon.
I'm not gonna buzz in just from a pure strategy standpoint.
There's 9.
Yeetie.
The reason they say the 7 kingdoms was when the Mad King took over Westeros, there were 7 prominent kingdoms, but there are a total of 9.
So
Who are the other 2?
Yeetie is one of them. The little Asian joint.
Last question of round
Oh,
2.
He doesn't even have them listed.
That was a trick question. It was tough. When Arya Stark plays the Game of Faces, is that an answer?
No, I accidentally hit it.
When Arya Stark plays the Game of Faces with Jaqen Hagar, Jaqen hits Arya with a switch when he knows she is telling a lie. Arya talks about escaping King's Landing and says, "I had to kill a stable boy. I stabbed him in the back." Jaqen hits her. Why?
She didn't stab him in the back. It was in the front.
Hey, Simon gets it right. She stabbed him in the stomach.
I get like 5 points for that one.
Now you get 2. All right, after 2 rounds, Trevor is at -8. Simon is at, what is that, -4.
Woof.
6, 11,
Math.
So you're at 9.
10.
10? Wait, what?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
I
11.
truly
You're
know
13,
nothing.
13 -4, bro.
Oh, shit.
It's 9. Brian is at -5. Dustin now has a lot of points. Actually, no. Maybe you don't. You have...
Took some chances there.
I should have...
Eric doesn't know how to make 5s.
Yeah, it's
Chill.
fucking annoying, dude. We were playing Munchkins, and
First of all, what?
we were playing Munchkins. It's a game.
I'm gonna need you to elaborate. This can wait.
It's a fun game. Anyways,
No,
he would just put.
I need you to tell me more about this.
It's
Munchkins.
basically like
He's got
Dungeons
11.
and Dragons. And,
How much do you
and
All right, I take
Yeah.
back.
Dustin
many
has
do you have?
11.
I take back what I
How
just
many
said.
do you have?
I have 9.
So Simon versus Dustin, basically.
You got a 2 point
9,
lead.
I still want to
11,
do
negative.
this.
Yeah, you
Never
got. Okay,
forget.
so everyone grab a piece of paper and a Sharpie or whatever you want to write
so we
with.
can wage.
Can I wage like positive parts of my points?
No,
Absolute value?
each correct answer is worth 2 points.
That's what I was referring to, but I didn't know what to call it.
Okay, we're going on to the final round.
Major League Gaming.
You can add the sounds in after.
All right,
And then
all right.
All right,
we're
we've
going
been
to the final round.
playing this for 40 minutes. Can we get off the fucking power?
Okay, first, one of 3 questions. List all the correct answers. Name the wolves of all the Stark children.
Fucking hey.
You have 30 seconds from when I just started my timer.
Got him. Do I get any points for finishing first?
No.
damn, you're good at this because I don't even know. I only know one.
There's no penalty for incorrect answers.
I think I got them all too.
All right, everyone in?
You can't get away from me, Simon. Not
All right.
on this one.
We're going to start with Dustin. List them off.
Does it have to be in like any specific order?
No.
Greywind, Ghost, Nymeria, Shaggy Dog, Summer, and Lady.
Correct.
Bingo.
That's what I had to.
That's 10 points.
I had
Brian,
Ghost.
Brian, read 'em.
Ghost, Shaggy Dog, Nymeria,
You didn't have.
That's
No.
what I had.
Bow Bow, Shiggy Boop, and Schloogles.
First of all, how in the hell did you get Shaggy Dog?
What?
How did you figure out Shaggy Dog?
Oh, Reddit. They always I was like, what the hell is Shaggy Dog?
Okay, so Brian got 3.
Who's
Right?
who's Shaggy
Yeah,
Dog?
there you
Yeah,
go.
he
So
got
it's 6
3.
points?
Who's
Yeah,
Am
so
I
Brian got
positive?
6.
Yes.
Shaggy Dog is Rickons.
Yeah. The one that the.
Alright, so
So we had
guy
a question
brings
about
Can you
that earlier.
name? Can you name whose dog belongs?
I
to
got
Yes, I
6.
can
Simon, did you
absolutely
get
do
all of
that.
them?
Yeah.
Name them. List them.
Nymeria, Shaggy Dog, Grey Wolf, Ghost, Lady Summer.
Hey.
All right, who's is who's?
Did you copy me?
Grey Wind is
Yeah.
Rob's.
Trevor
Ghost
got
is
Ghost.
John's. Nymeria's is Arya's. Shaggy Dog is Rickon's. Summer's is Brand's. And Ladies is Sansa's.
Sansa's. All right, moving on. This one's a little bit tough.
Don't cheat. Simon's cheating, bro.
There may be more. I really don't know on this
So do
one.
we continue getting points when we're right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Name those who have died by poison throughout the series. You have 30 seconds when I start my thing.
Is there that many?
Think.
Fuck, I can't think of the name.
You're giving me this one.
I'm not. Just don't say anything right now, dude. And all you listeners watching at home, we thank you for watching. If you want to like and subscribe down at the bottom, that would be fantastic. Leave a comment. Let us know if you liked this podcast. Let us know what you think of Game of Thrones or any theories you got coming in Game of Thrones Season 8. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop writing.
We get points for missing.
No points for missing.
Okay, can I go first?
Brian is going
Okay,
first.
I think I should get this one just because I don't know the exact name, but the old lady, Marjorie's grandma.
That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Joffrey.
Hold on.
Yes.
Okay. Frey number 1. Frey number 2.
Oh,
The Frey number 3. Frey number 4. Yes,
No.
Frey guy number 5.
No.
Yeah.
There's 20 of them, dude.
No, listen.
No,
it's just the phrase is one answer.
Yeah.
Fuck, I didn't think
Stupid.
of that.
I just-
All right. Well,
I-
that's my
All right,
3.
I'm gonna
So
go
you got
next.
3 total?
I got literally. The
You got
exact
3 total,
it's,
Brian?
It's Olenna Tyrell.
All right, I got
Olenna,
That's
that's
her name.
I got Joffrey
Okay.
and Dorn Girl.
I spelled Olenna.
I'm going to count it. I'm going to count
What do
it.
you say?
He said Dorn Girl.
Oh, that's a good one. The Sand Snake. The
Oh,
mom-
Marcella?
Marcella
No.
too.
Yeah,
Marcella.
Marcella.
Damn it.
No, her name's
Damn it.
Tyene
No,
Sand.
but Marcella
I know.
does too.
That's
Yeah,
one I
anyways. Simon, go
I
ahead.
had Joff and Lady Tyrell. John Aaron. Does that count?
Yep.
The ship better that Arya poisons. The guy that bets on ships when she's the oyster lady.
Ooh,
She
that-
poisons
yeah.
his vinegar and the
That was her
oysters.
first job.
Yep.
That's all I had. Those 4.
forgot. Alright,
So
so
8.
impressive, bro.
I can't believe I missed.
And
the phrase.
Dustin.
I just had Joffrey, Olenna Tyrell, and Walder.
So 3.
Walter was not poisoned. That's not a point. Walter was slit
Oh,
throat.
so-
Oh! That's the one thing I
I
did
wrote
know.
Frey, and then I put
Yeah,
W on
Brian.
it.
Yeah.
I was just trying to get some.
Okay, so
That's fair.
the total list I have-
I'll take
I
that.
almost said that.
I did forget the ship person, so we're going to add
Boy,
that.
that's a obscure one.
That's a deep
That is
cut.
very. There is another one. Joffrey, Marcella, John Aaron, Frey's, Tyene Sand, Olenna Tyrell, and Maester Crescent. He was the Maester
Oh,
for
yeah.
Stannis that the raid
And then
lady.
she drinks it after.
Yeah, and she drank
Yeah,
it.
that's a good one.
Oh,
Alright,
and what's the
cool.
dude's?
Boy, I forgot
What's the
about that one.
maester's name that got stabbed by all the children?
Oh.
That was in like the show for like 6 seasons.
Yeah, what the fuck is
Oh, it's Maester
It's not Pycelle, is it?
Pycelle, yeah.
No, is that right?
I don't think
Yeah, the
that's right.
old guy.
Is it Pycelle?
That's
Yeah, that's right.
right.
No, that's
I
right.
just wanted
You're
to.
Okay.
I
right,
can't
you're
remember
right,
his name.
Our final question.
I think I got leapfrogged
That was
on
a sad
one.
scene. By the way.
Name the kingdoms of Westeros.
So the 9.
The 9. Remember, there are 9 of them. Yeah, and this is where I went with this question. After I learned that, I was like, what are the 9? Okay, I'm going to make that a question. Oh, this writing is intense. Who will be victor? We have a decent comeback here by Brian. Looks like I wrote plus 14 for nothing. Who will be our Game of Thrones champion? Who is the best Game of Thrones watcher of the lands? You have. I'll give you another 15 seconds. because this is a tough one. Are you looking at my paper, dude?
How can I see your paper?
Can we say the name of the family there too?
No.
Oh, well, I'm fucked.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
That's like that's 80%
Did we get
of my
minus
answers.
one for wrong ones?
No, they can't change that mid-round. Because I'm gonna be wrong on a lot of this.
Is this what was the question?
Okay, so it is a little tricky, by the way.
What's the question?
You have to think of kingdom, not a specific place. Like, for
Like
example,
continent.
Winterfell is not a kingdom.
Oh, it's like the north?
Winterfell is a part of an entire kingdom.
Oh,
Yeah, I think I'm jacked.
Casterly Rock is not a kingdom. It is a part.
It's
of-
basically the states, right? Like the.
It'd be like a town. It'd be like a town
Yeah.
with different.
Okay.
Cities.
All right.
All right, we're gonna stop it right there. Give you way too much time. This is gonna be interesting. I don't think any of you are gonna get over 4.
I'm gonna
Oh,
go.
really?
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm gonna go
Okay,
first
Mr. Mrs. Daenerys Stormborn.
All
Let's see.
right.
What do you got? What do you got?
The North?
That is one.
Is that really considered one of them? Because
think
I was
so.
gonna put that, and I was like, that doesn't seem
The
like.
Vale?
That is one.
The Iron Islands?
That is one.
so I'm just gonna get like 7.
Dorne?
That is one.
I got 4 already, bitch. Stormlands?
That is one.
That was a tough one. The Reach?
That is one.
Damn, he just crushed me.
The West? I had Casterly Rock /
It's the Westerlands.
Yeah.
Count it or not? Leave
I
it
say,
up.
I say no because
I
I
say
say
no.
no. I
Yeah,
say no.
no.
It's too
All
vague.
right, that's
Too
all
vague.
right.
If you would have said like the Westlands.
All right, I got 6 of them.
All right.
All right, mine. Hold on, let me go
Simon
real
got
fast.
six.
Let me
no,
go
let
real
me go.
fast.
Let me
The
go
North,
next because I need
Yeah,
the
he's
to
the only
Vale,
one that matters.
the Iron Islands, Jorn.
You fucking read mine.
Brian, what'd you write?
I got Yeet.
I got 3. Give me +6.
What?
Yeet.
What?
I don't know what that one is.
That's
either.
a
Yeet,
made up.
like yeet,
That's
yeet?
yeah, yeet.
We might. We might have to.
No, Yeti is not a kingdom.
That's
a
a movie,
I
it's
looked this
E.T..
up. I looked this
All right.
up.
Riverlands,
Yes.
Dorne,
Yes.
the Vale,
Yes.
Essos.
I missed the
No.
motherfucking.
Essos is
Alright.
across the narrow
God
sea,
damn.
bro.
Hold on.
Yeah, I didn't know if it
I
counted.
think I got 2, but then
So
my
you
third
got
one,
you got 3.
I just got.
King's Landing.
I just lost on that because I had.
All right.
King's Landing count.
Yeah, Simon just got +12.
Eric,
No.
All right.
I got 2.
You got 3.
What'd
got
you put?
Dorne.
Yeah, I got Dorn in the
North.
north. Did I get any?
Dorne
Aaron?
and
No,
T-
you
Dorne.
Aaron?
wrote Dorne twice. That's why I got 3.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I
Brian
put-
gets
told me I had to go.
I
+4.
put the North and the Andals.
The Andales,
And
That
your mom.
is not one.
the first men in the.
Is it?
Okay.
The Andals is like
So
a group of people.
the
that-
9
Do I get
kingdoms
fucking
of Westeros, which yes, I did think it was 7.
So I'm still missing.
The North, the Vale, the Crown Lands.
Where the
Crown Lands.
fuck is
That's
that?
King's Landing.
like
It's King's Landing and
Oh,
Castle
I don't
Rock,
even think I knew that.
The Stormlands, Dorne, the Reach, the Westerlands, the Riverlands, the Iron Islands.
I'm really upset that I missed so many of those.
You guys are terrible. Not really, Simon. I think Simon ended up winning there with a
think I
lot
did.
of points.
I think you set a record
You are
if we
the
had one.
champion.
Yeah.
Simon wins. Simon is the Game of Thrones champ.
The one true queen.
Khaleesi,
The one true queen of
the mother of the
the
unburnt
Inglorious
dragons.
Hasterts
Answer of the
podcast.
great questions.
Okay, so we're about done, but
Let's
before
get
we
into
go,
this fucking-
let's get into Game of Thrones season 8. I want to hear your theories.
No.
I wanna hear
Let's
what
not just
happens.
shout out theories. Everyone gets to say their one theory they think is
Nah.
gonna
Something
happen.
that's gonna happen.
Going
No,
around.
all the
Everyone gets
theories.
one theory.
Everyone, you get a theory,
So
and then
by
we'll go.
theory, you mean prediction.
What do you
I wanna
think
check
your
the camera.
strongest prediction is for the season? No matter how many you have, what do you think is for sure gonna happen?
Can I go first? All right, so I'm gonna go with the Valancourt prophecy. I think we talked about this a little bit earlier. So in the show, she gets told it's the only flashback that's not Bran in the whole show. In the beginning of season 5, and the lady tells her that she's like, "Am I gonna marry
Who's
the prince?"
she?
And she's
Who's
like,
she?
Cersei.
Okay.
Tells Cersei, she's like, "Am I gonna marry the prince?" She's like, "No, you're gonna marry the king, and you're gonna have 3 kids with golden hair," which she does, and golden shrouds, which means they're the
Penises?
capes over their body
Oh.
when they're dead. So she knew she was gonna have 3 kids, and they'd all die.
Okay.
Like early age.
So they say that in the show, but in the book, it also has a part where it says your little brother will basically choke you to death with their own hands. They didn't say that in the show. So I think that Tyrion or Jaime, one of the two, are going to choke Cersei to death.
Oh, Cersei murdered by her own
Spicy
brothers.
take. Spicy take.
I hope that happens.
I hope so too.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
All right, who wants to go next?
We'll
start with our guests. We'll
yeah,
start with our
yeah,
guests.
go
We'll start
ahead.
with our guests.
Well, without getting into too much here, I think that the Hound kills the Mountain with a flaming sword.
Oh,
Nice.
with fire because he was
Yeah,
burned as a
maybe
baby.
not
I
a
hope
flaming
that
sword
happens
as much
too.
as fire will be involved.
Yeah.
Okay, Brian.
Okay, so this is the one I read on Reddit.
These
but-
aren't really theories. These are
Shocking
just like
development. Brian's ideas come
Oh,
from
this
Reddit.
is
Predictions
gonna
of
happen.
things.
Okay,
that's
this
gonna
is the one I read from Reddit that I really liked, and we talked about this. That somehow when Bran is warging into the Ice King, he goes back 2,000 years when they
First
first.
of all, it's the Night King.
Sorry, the Night King,
just
same
stop
thing.
you right
I'm
there.
thinking Adventure Time, whatever. He wargs into the Night King, and he becomes that human that gets stabbed and turned into one, and he has to live out the 2,000 years or so before he becomes the Night King that we know today. And he somehow loses himself throughout that process, and that's why he's evil.
Can I explain to you how that theory even came about?
And the Mad King one, but go ahead.
So that theory, so everything you just said, but the reason why that happens is because supposedly he's been warging back into different, like Bran the Builder, the person who made.
They also
Winterfell.
think that
Bran the Builder.
Bran.
Yeah.
They also think Bran is Bran the Builder too.
Correct. The whole thing behind that is that Bran became Bran the Builder, built the wall,
Told them to
built
build the
Winterfell.
wall. Yeah.
Everything happens. He fails, so he keeps going back trying. So then he becomes the Night King, or he works to that, and then he gets trapped. So there's more to that theory than just what you're.
I like that. I did forget about that.
It's also not true.
the Bran the Builder
Scoot
one.
this way. a
Yeah, I
little
don't
bit
like- I don't
of
like
the,
that one
in the
either.
camera.
What about the Mad King one? Have you heard that real quick before you guys get into your theories? That Bran was warging through the Mad King's memories, and that caused him to go mad.
Like a Hodor situation.
Yeah.
A whole Hodor situation.
Could have been the incest.
Also not true. Yeah, something about how that happens over and over and over and over and over again says it's probably the
I also heard the Mad King had the Arkenstone and it turned his mind to rot. Oh wait, that's Lord of the Rings.
I was gonna say,
I was like, what are you talking
I was like, I think I missed that season.
I don't know if I saw that.
Trevor, any crazy theories or what you want to happen? I don't care.
Are we picking like who they think?
You don't have to pick. It's not picking.
It's a
what are your
theory. What do you
thoughts?
think's gonna
John's
happen?
going to write a dragon.
What are
These
your
are my
thoughts
bold
on
What
takes.
do you
Yeah,
think
right in
will
the
happen?
after watching the trailer?
Jamie's gonna marry Sansa, and they're gonna be the
Spicy.
king and queen.
You heard it here first, folks.
The Golden Fist.
and then John's gonna be king of the North, and because he doesn't want to be
He doesn't want the throne.
Cersei, and Khaleesi's gonna die having John's baby.
Okay, that was also my theory, but
Stolen.
So do you have anything to elaborate on that? Because there's another
Uh,
spicy take out there.
well, the way the show is, half of the characters we like are gonna die in this season.
That's probably true.
I have a feeling
It's gonna be like Endgame or whatever.
yeah,
the
who do you
fuck.
think the first major main/side character with the story is that dies? Who do you
I'm gonna
think?
say Arya.
Brienne.
I could see Bran. I think Bran might die.
Well,
I was
Battle
gonna
of
say
Winterfell
Sir
or something.
Davos.
Expand it out.
I think
Yeah,
Sir
like-
Davos dies.
Like even the ancillary characters, like I could see like
No, yeah.
Jorah being like the first one that goes down, or Grey Worm.
So
Yeah.
my theory
Grey
on
Worm.
John
Yeah.
and Daenerys is she dies during childbirth or he dies saving her. I don't think both of them live at the
Yeah.
end. I think
I don't
one of
know.
them's got to go, and I think that it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be Khaleesi, and I think she's gonna die to having a kid, and then John's gonna overtake her dragons, basically.
Don't do me like that.
That or
Don't do me
Drogon's
like
gonna
Don't
die.
do me like that.
That or I do kind of think the dragons die in the.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that the dragons can make it because that's what brings magic to Westeros.
Yeah.
And if they live, then there's still magic
But I don't
because
know.
the wall doesn't.
so it's gonna be like a cleansing of all like the spiritual shit, and it's gonna go on to.
The Age of Man
Okay,
is
and
here.
are you
It's
ready
kinda
for
what
this
happened
hot take?
when they
I
died
like
the first
Trevor's Jamie theory about Sansa, but I think Tyrion and Sansa actually do end up together,
And they run the shit.
and he rules the North with Sansa, and John goes back with Dany or whoever, and he rules everything else.
The dragons melt the Iron Throne. There is no more Iron Throne. It's democracy, like we talked about.
And
earlier.
I like Simon's take, but I also think that there's a chance. Once I did read this on Reddit, Brian, so
Oh, no.
I'm in the
Oh,
boat
no.
with you.
oh,
That it would be hilarious and ironic if, because Cersei's pregnant, if she dies during childbirth, giving birth to an imp.
Ooh, I like that.
oh,
To a what?
To an
a
imp.
dwarf.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say alien. I was
So
like, what?
basically-
Yeah.
Tyrion.
So that's how the spinoff works. Is she gives birth to
Ooh.
a baby alien.
Dude, that's
I like it.
that's a. I've never heard of that, but that's cool.
I don't think it'll happen, but it's fun.
Uh,
Haha. LOL.
Yeah.
Cersei.
Go fuck yourself, Cersei.
Yeah,
Like,
you dumb bitch.
But
There's
yeah,
no
I
safety,
also
you dumb
agree,
bitch.
I also agree with Simon. I think Cersei dies by Jaime. I don't think it's Tyrion. I think Jaime kills her because, like, at the end of season 7, she like stays in Westeros when Jaime knows he needs
Yeah, I
to go
think it
fight.
probably will be Jaime because she always thought it was Tyrion, but
Yeah.
Twist.
Jaime is her
Yeah.
little brother.
'Cause you
And
can-
I think
as
that
well.
too is like I feel like they change certain things from the books
Yeah,
so that you
Yeah.
can't see it coming, and
Yeah.
it's just a minor change. It's not like a huge
Yeah.
change. So I could see because that would just be a poetic ending to their incest life.
when did she tell Jamie that she was pregnant? Was that before or
That was
after
the last episode
Okay.
of season 7.
Because originally he was like, "No, fuck her," because she doesn't want to fight. You know,
Yeah.
when
Well,
they.
she just wants to hole up in King's Landing
Yeah.
instead of addressing the problem because she thinks that she'll diminish her forces.
Yeah,
in
she
the
thinks King's
process.
Landing's like the only place to be.
Well, I think that if they blow through Winterfell,
I was gonna say, do you not?
make it to King's Landing, and then she tries to burn down King's Landing with everybody and their dog in it, and that's when Jaime or Tyrion or somebody has to kill her.
So it's like a Mad King repeat.
Yeah.
That would make sense for Jaime to kill her then because that's why he killed
Kingslayer Part 2.
the Queen Slayer.
Yeah,
He slayed her multiple ways.
yeah.
Oh,
In
got him.
life and in death.
There's nothing spicier than having sex next to your dead child either.
yeah. Oof.
I'm the three-eyed
Do you not
raven.
think that the Night King's gonna end up on the Iron Throne at all?
No.
You don't
No.
think so?
I mean, I could see it. There's a world where you could.
And he just
convince me
makes it
to have
happy.
I
He
just
likes-
don't think it'll
Okay.
happen.
but he can make a great
Let's
place
go,
for everybody.
Let's
You
go
never
next.
know.
How do you think the Night King dies?
Bran warging into him.
I think he
That's
will
the big
die
theory.
in Winterfell.
Think
So
so?
you
That's
think-
where Winterfell.
Yeah, but it's
Oh,
also that's
got
the
him.
Battle of Winterfell's episode 3. You think they're
Yeah,
gonna
I know.
squash that?
Wait, you
I
guys already
know.
looked up the titles of the episodes?
No, but that's just
no,
like common knowledge.
it's probably going to be the Battle of Winterfell.
It's because
Common
it's
Common
the
knowledge. Did you read it?
director. No,
The
because the
director.
directors that's directed all the biggest battles directs that episode.
Oh, you guys
Yeah.
have done way more research than I have.
Well,
I mean, look
there's
at their
a-
scores. Like that's the scores.
is
don't
true.
lie.
Well, I
That
mean,
is true.
if you look at Silent Score compared to mine, you'd think I watched it one time
yeah.
10 minutes ago.
No, you still had like 20 some points, dude.
Yeah,
What did I end up with?
disgraceful.
Uh,
I'm gonna go home and beat myself.
A lot more than.
I'm gonna go
You
watch
had
all 7
plus
seasons
12 at the
next
end,
week.
bro.
I'm gonna go buy 7 televisions and watch them all at the same time.
It's a good idea.
While I
You had
beat myself.
39 points.
Damn, dominated.
So
that's my girl.
you think how does he die though? Does John stab him with his sword?
I don't know.
Does
Yeah, I don't know.
I
how
think
it
it's
goes.
got to be a
Dragon glass.
Well, there's also another theory.
What are they doing with all the dragon glass? Are
Well,
they about to make a bunch
There's
of damn
another
weapons?
theory out there that says that there can't not be a Night King, and so that John will sacrifice himself, become the new Night King,
But still be aware
And
of who
take
he
everyone
is.
away.
and then take everybody away. Which, if that's the case, that John
Well,
will be the
why,
one that has to.
why does there always have to be a Night King?
It's just one. I mean,
That's
But
just
it's just life.
About-
that doesn't make any
the
sense
typical
though,
balance
because
thing.
the reason the Night King was made was so that the first children were protected from men,
Mid.
not med.
Mid.
So
I mean-
they made him a super warrior so that they could be protected.
But-
But then in the end, the Night King turned on him, so they don't really want the Night King anymore because he's gonna come kill him. So I don't know. About
Yeah,
that
I don't.
theory.
I don't know all the things, but it has to do with like the prince that was promised and the forging the sword, and which is a whole nother theory.
Yeah.
but,
All right.
Let's
you
call
know.
on Trevor. He's raising
Alright.
his hand.
So one of the big theories was that Bran
Mr.
becomes the Night King, right?
Yeah.
That's like one of the theories. What if?
I don't even understand that, but keep
Because
He
going.
he-
wargs into him like he
yeah.
did with Hodor.
and he just
'cause it-
becomes
'cause
him.
the-
He's just
the-
hitting him now.
the
Bran's
old
body
Night-
Or, like,
dies,
gets
and he's
stuck
just
or
there.
something.
The old Night King says if you stay too long, you get stuck.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
okay, I see what
wargs
you're
into him,
saying.
gets stabbed by John, and he sacrifices himself too. He dies as well.
And I think what happens if that was the theory, he falls out of the window that paralyzed him.
And we go back
like
to
he
season
commits
1.
suicide
In Winterfell.
I would be furious.
What? That'd be awesome.
because he's gonna kill himself because he knows he became the Night King through the whatever
Bold
the word
take.
process.
Yeah,
He,
that got some.
Yeah.
I just
don't know
think
about
that'd be.
He
he
got
gets
some
his
pepper in
legs
that
back.
one.
I think he
Yeah.
gets his legs back.
What would you do? What would be that? What
Dude, what if?
what would be
that's
the
how-
happiest ending for you guys? Is my question. Let's be
if-
happy.
They defeat
John
the
and
Night
Danny
King.
live.
Yeah.
Become queen.
They ride off their dragon together like in the sunset.
Yep.
Just waved at
I
everybody.
got one more question. What if like the whole Bran thing's real, and when Bran kills the Night King, it like resets the realm, and then it ends with the opening scene from episode 1. Like all that,
I'd
would be
rewatch all
weird.
the
The
seasons
opening
again.
scene, like are you talking about when they're beyond the wall and the
or just
three-
like back
Yeah.
to
Rangers
season
are out
1,
there?
like it was like some time traveler, like it reset.
What if Bran just wakes up and is like, "Ugh," and then it just ends?
It's
Like,
just a dream.
yeah.
He finally wakes
It's
up
like
from the fall.
like when Dexter like is eating a sandwich as a lumberjack. He's just like,
Yeah.
It's just Bran waking up in bed.
I'm just thinking of the craziest twist that wouldn't.
Or
be
Bran
in the
wakes
show,
up in the
but-
battery of the Matrix and it starts over again.
Or
Now
what
you're
if?
getting crazy?
Or what if? No one does anything and
Yeah.
they just
So
kill everyone.
so do you
I want, that's what I'm saying. He ends up on the Iron Throne and it's game
Yeah.
over.
So do you think that
Let's go.
if and when they kill the Night King, they win, or do you think the battle isn't over? How do they win?
Everyone's
the battle?
gonna die. All the
Still
dead
gotta
people
go
die.
south to get the.
Because
throne.
winter has came.
Yeah,
All over
so, like,
everybody.
Do you think Danny takes the throne and all that happens before the Night King? They fight the Night
I
King,
think
or do they
no.
fight him first and then it ends with her going
I
down
think the
there?
Night King thing has to be settled beforehand.
And they
But
said
I don't want that to happen though, because I don't want Cersei to be the ultimate villain in the end. It needs to be the Night King.
Yeah.
like her and Jamie go live a quiet life with their new baby.
Yeah,
No,
they just
Jaime's
go
killing her.
over to insert miscellaneous place the air cat on his quiz there, and then they live happily ever after.
So you think it's gonna be a happy ending, or
Well,
is it
No.
gonna
Danny's
be-
the one to
Probably
break the
not.
wheel, right? That's what they said. She's gonna break the cycle. So that's why I don't think there's gonna be Iron Throne at the end of it. I think she's somehow
So
gonna.
you think
I could see
King's
that.
Landing?
It's
It's
done.
gonna end
It's
in
gonna-
King's Landing and it's destroyed.
No, she just gets rid of the throne.
Yeah, they
Their
could
dragons melt the
like a
throne.
symbolic
Yeah.
destruction of it, but at the same time, she's kind of all about
Then
that
they
shit.
start like Congress or something.
Yeah, yeah. Judiciary branch starts. That's for sure what happens.
If Bran does not
And-
become a dragon, though, that I've been predicting that since.
you think
like,
he's
the-
gonna warg a dragon?
Yeah, and fucking fuck up all those White
Ooh.
Walkers.
What if he
Maybe.
wargs the undead dragon to like take him back?
I feel
Pretty
like
cool.
I feel like they won't let that happen just from a.
It needs to be an even fight standpoint.
Yeah, they've got 2 dragons versus 1 dragon and however many.
Yeah, but the Night King is his pro javelin master. He could
Oh,
literally.
for sure.
Yeah,
He's the
He's like
Usain Bolt of the
50% now.
javelin.
yeah, it doesn't matter.
Have you guys seen that GIF of him when it's there? He's about to throw that javelin at the White Walker, and they got the text on the screen, and he's handing him the pick, and he's having a conversation with the guy who hands him the javelin, and he yells Kobe when he throws.
I
all
saw the
his-
one with Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, the Mahomes one.
It's like his face on the Night King throwing that.
All right, so here's one more thing I want to say. So you know how at the beginning with the Mad King, they overthrow the Mad King and then he sends his kids off over the seas, right? Isn't that what happens?
No.
Well, like his kids escape and they go to Essos.
Yeah, they help him get away. The 2 of them.
So what if the cycle is flip-flopped and they do that to Cersei, her kid, she gives birth, her kid goes away, Dany rules, and then the kid kind of grows up the same way that Dany grew up. So the cycle's like flip-flop.
Well, she doesn't have an older. In this particular situation, that baby wouldn't have. That'd be alone.
I guess that's true, but you could
Yeah.
have someone help them.
Yeah.
Yep, there you gone.
What's wrong?
Minus 3 points.
Yeah, give me negative.
That was like the best scene when all the White Walkers are pulling out the dragon.
Yeah, you,
Like,
you,
dude,
like
that
knew
was
it
like when you're
coming,
like,
though.
well,
That was
now
pretty
we're
sad when the
fucked
dragon
because-
died,
When
honestly.
Yeah.
breathing blue fire.
I know
Yeah.
you're the
blowing
mother of
down
them.
the
I know.
wall,
Really,
you're
it's
like,
affected
oh,
you.
this
Controversy.
is bad.
Yeah, yeah.
that was.
Oh, that's
dirty.
something you didn't ask. The name of all the dragons. Do we know
Yeah,
that?
because you guys should know that.
Viserion,
Drogon.
Rhaegal,
Rhaegal.
Trivia
Yep.
is over,
Rhaegal.
guys.
Rhaegal,
Regal, like Regal Theaters, but said
They're
it
all
like more
named
French.
after
Yeah.
with an
Regal.
H.
They're all named
They're all-
after people.
Yeah, so Rhaegal, or yeah.
Rhaegal's
Rhaegal's
Rhaegar.
after Rhaegar. Drogon's after Khal Drogo. And Viserion's after her
Hey,
brother.
Let's
After her
say,
dickhead
Valerian.
brother.
Yeah, no, I don't know why she named it.
let's say we get the
He was a
happiest
dick.
Because he
Avengers.
Avengers.
caressed her breasts the best.
The happiest
Whoops.
Avengers.
Yeah,
What?
like
That was a good line,
Daenerys
too.
and Jon end up together. Would that be even allowed? Because it's his aunt.
Well,
Are we gonna
like,
accept more
Jamie and
incest?
Cersei had
Yeah,
sex,
but it's
so
not- but-
anything goes.
I've
I don't
only
know.
All
accepted
the-
so much
I think
incest
that, yeah,
in
they
this
were
show.
like all
I'm gonna be honest
sister
with you.
wives.
If it happens, I'm gonna be upset just because that's boring.
Yeah,
But
you
if
want.
it does happen, I don't care.
Yeah,
I need
how do we
closure.
how
Shoot
do
your
we
shot,
think how do we think that's gonna go down when Bran's like,
yeah,
John?
how's that gonna go down when Jon
That's your
finds
aunt.
out
He's gonna
fucked
be
his
weird
aunt?
about it, and she's gonna be like, I don't care.
Yeah, but I don't think he's
He'd be
gonna
like,
care
"She's
that
cool
much
about
because
it."
he's a start, so to speak.
And he's like undead.
I need to go look at the
True.
scientific journal to see the
So,
options.
Yeah,
Faceless Man thing. Is there any theories about him that you guys have?
Oh.
No, you don't
The
think
guy,
he's.
a little
you think
figure.
he's gonna come
Yeah, I
back?
have a.
You don't think he'll be a
He's
play a
Probably.
part?
Like it's the Night King's about to kill Arya, and he's just like,
Okay,
The final
Blah, blah,
lesson.
blah,
The
blah.
whole thing was about Arya's
Blah,
lesson.
blah,
This
blah,
whole
blah.
fucking
Yeah.
thing.
so I have a theory that Littlefinger has been dead and Jakar
Jockin.
was the
that guy.
was Lord Baelish
you
that died.
think Jaqen H'ghar was
Already killed.
Peter Baelish when he came back
Yeah.
to Winterfell?
But that means Baelish has to be dead
Yeah.
already. So that's
No,
why
have
that
his
theory
face.
might
That's
not.
not,
Yeah.
not technically. That's true, but
It's like Face Off,
Well,
like
when-
Nicolas Cage.
that's like what everybody says, and maybe that's true. But in the midst of Arya's training, he wears Arya's face.
So
Yeah,
he's
true.
like
And
the
Arya's-
one true.
So technically, Arya's either dead, and we're gonna figure that shit out down the road, or it's kind of a loose rule. You
Like
know?
he's the one true like Jedi, right? Like this guy like
Well,
can
no,
do.
Death is the many-faced God.
Yeah, bro.
And what did we say to Death?
Not today.
Thank you. Thank you. I couldn't ask for a better segue there.
All right,
Uh,
that'd be cool though.
but yeah, we were talking about Baelish. Trevor's like, Baelish is still alive, which he got his throat cut. And
But
Yeah.
but
if
like we were
Jakar
saying,
water,
Jaqen-
Jakar water.
the Hound got so messed up and fell off a cliff and survived.
But
I
he's
don't
the
know if he can
Hound.
come
He's
back
the
from
Hound.
the jugular though.
Yeah.
But my theory on the Hound is he's also chosen by the Lord of Light. Like when he was burned as a kid, like the Lord chose him as a kid. Like all the people that basically
that
are
grouped
still
up.
like, I think the Lord of Light is the one true God in this, and it's pushing everyone to fight the Night King because winter is the opposite of fire, obviously. So that's why Jon Snow came back alive. Beric Dondarrion came back alive. The
What-
Hound is still
What
alive.
about Varys? Because he gets his shit chopped
Yeah,
off.
I think there's something deeper with Varys.
Because
With the
when
whole,
that high red priestess comes and is talking to them,
and
she's
tells
like,
them
"You want me
about
to
it.
tell you what you heard in the fire? You know, when your balls were in there," and he's freaked out.
Has he told us what it said?
Mm-mm.
So see that I think that's gonna play later
Also,
too.
Eric, the books are called The Tale of Fire and Ice. So
A song of
Songs.
fire.
Yeah,
and
a
ice.
song.
Trevor, you
Yeah,
had
it's called
Negative
Man, I
two?
sound
How
so
many
smart.
points?
Well,
It's called
actually,
the ballad.
Actually,
the ballad of Fire and Ice.
by Jimi
Wow.
Hendrix.
Dustin, you cannot make fun of nerds anymore because you literally just nerded out here. So.
Well, if you want, we want to do Dumb and Dumber quiz too, I could go.
Oh, yeah, that's
I'll
true.
take you to task there too.
I'd beat
All
you.
right,
but it's
well,
all right.
I think
Samsonite.
we've talked quite a bit on Game
I
of
mean,
Thrones.
How long
Joe
did we
Rogan
go?
is
How long
so
are we at?
going, dude.
We're about
2
pushing
hours?
2 hours, so
Okay.
not
Easily
bad. It was a big
pushing it.
episode, but
Yeah.
a question I forgot to ask:
Yes,
It's just like
who is the best character in Game of Thrones?
we already did this.
Jamie.
We did favorite.
Oh, like best, like who brings the show to?
yeah, let's
Yeah.
just
Pete.
I literally wrote
ties.
it. You can look after, but
Let's say most important. Who's the
no,
most
no,
important?
this is-
no,
there's
it's-
literally an
that's-
answer on my sheet.
Oh, it's your favorite character.
No, it's just who is the best character.
I'm gonna
on the
say it
show.
was Littlefinger because he basically has been pulling the string since.
Is that
day
no? That's
one.
wrong.
I'm not just. Who,
Wait, is this a
I want
trivia?
everyone.
Is this a trivia question or a?
Yeah, I wrote it down.
Who's the best character?
Yes.
That's
So who's
it's
Eric's
ambiguous-
favorite
No,
character?
Yeah.
maybe I
It's supposed
found
What
it.
in what
maybe
context?
I found it
What
on
context?
that website where I got all
Yeah,
the other ones.
I mean,
What
Who's-
context?
That the best.
At what? At
Like if you looked at all the characters,
Who's
you're
number
like,
one?
That's the best character in the show.
Jon
Oh.
Snow easily.
Trevor said, "What'd you say, Baelish? What do you say?
John.
What do you say?"
Well, now I know it's a trick question. Go to Dustin. I'm gonna think.
It's
about
not
it.
a trick question.
Robert
Then
Brett.
John.
Robert Baratheon.
Jon Snow.
It's Podrick motherfucking Payne.
The sex god.
That's stupid.
He's
I
been
hated
dicking
it.
him down since AC
Should have known
413.
it.
Podrick Payne.
Okay, so it wasn't on the website. You added it so you could make a dick joke.
Yep.
Eric's gonna start his own
Uh,
subreddit for Podrick, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, he's underappreciated.
His
He's learning how to fight. That's my theory.
His
is
email
he
address
kills
is
the Night
Podrick,
King.
Podrick Big Dick Lover 69
The Night
at
King's like,
yahoo.com.
That's his man crush right there.
Are you the
Podrick.
one who slays? He's like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah,
What
He slays
if
the
what
Night
if
King.
Podrick's penis is the
Made
sword?
of dragon glass.
Is the sword that is supposed to be? He's the
He's supposed to
he's
kill
the
us.
person that was
Slaying that
promised,
dragon ass.
and so he's been just.
But who's to
sticking-
say it was his penis that did everything with those whores? Maybe it was just like his technique, dude.
I don't know.
Maybe he's a freaking Jedi.
we should do a bet. There's like you can bet it on who people think the throne's gonna go to.
We've got a pool going.
We're doing that there in good
We've
night.
got a pool going.
Oh, give me.
You guys
Wow,
can
dude.
do it. It's $10.
What?
Thanks for the invite, dude.
We're inviting
I
you.
invite
I
you on my
forgot-
podcast.
We forgot
I
to tell
feed you
you.
at my table.
Aaron was busy. His wife was giving birth, and he was sending emails out, sending out the chart.
The day his child was born.
Yeah. I sent him an
Well,
email back. I was
true
like, I don't think this is the best time for that.
What's his son's name? John.
Tucker.
Oh,
Aegon.
Yeah.
Aegon.
Aegon.
Yeah. Aegon the fourth.
And
fifth, I
whoever
guess.
listens to this, comment your hottest take.
Yeah, I said that earlier. I
Oh.
said give us your theories on season 8.
Or just comment anything. Just say anything.
Yeah, say what
You,
up.
Brian-
you
Brian
look
looks
like,
like
a
an-
lesbian.
Yeah,
Dude, it's-
80s
You know,
I'm
you know
ready
he
to-
looks like the kid from Stranger Things.
Yeah, Will. Or-
Will.
No, not Will.
the other one. The one's not
The
covered.
girl?
Mike.
7 with her
Mike,
wig on.
yes.
Mike.
Mike.
You look like Mike.
Yeah.
Like Mike.
11. You look like 11. I don't know. You kind of look like
Hey,
11.
can we talk about that real quick? 11.
There it goes.
Yeah, season 3 looks okay.
What,
Yeah,
what
but
about 11?
But I think 11. I think she's like.
Overrated.
Yeah, I don't. There's just nothing about her that's like. I get it. She's got weird powers or whatever, but
Oh.
Well, she's like the basis of the show, so
Yeah, I mean,
you
it
got to keep
revolves
her in
around
there. But yeah, after season 1, her storyline was like,
Yeah.
yeah, that little test pilot they tried with the.
the
we're-
superheroes,
we're-
brothers
The
and
offbeat
sisters.
superhero
Oh,
group?
yeah,
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 stupid.
I could not have possibly been more
I
disappointed.
mean,
I skipped it. I didn't even watch
I-
all of it.
I like
watched
the
it,
fact
yeah.
that
It was
there were
stupid.
more of that because obviously there's more if they were testing on her, but yeah, they kind of took a
It's like mutants.
Went at
like
it all
X-Men.
wrong.
I just want them to go back to the roots of.
Good old boys.
We don't know, like as a viewer, you don't know what the fuck is happening.
yeah.
Like that's all season 1 was. You're like, Winona Ryder's character. I remember the mom is like, she got the lights up. She goes psycho. Nobody believes her. Like that's good. That's good.
Yeah, we
television.
don't know what's happening.
Well, the second one was random. Why was there tunnels, first off? Where did the tunnels come with those little dogs and shit?
Little dogs.
The
bro, they-
yeah.
they-
It was just so much different than the
Oh,
first
that
season.
field
And then the
or whatever.
giant monster, that was never in the first one,
Well,
was
yeah,
it?
nothing's gonna beat the
Yeah, it
first
was.
season.
It was kind of hinted at.
It was, okay. I thought the Demogorgons
Yeah,
were
at
going
the end of
be
more apparent. Season 1, he goes outside of the arcade when he's okay, and then he flashes back and he sees
Oh,
the
that's
giant
true, that
monster.
is
Yeah,
true.
it's just like looming there in the sky.
But
Should
that,
have ended
that
at season 1.
Stranger Things talk is for another day.
We'll do it. We'll do another one of these with you guys with Stranger Things season premiere.
And
There's a
Dustin
whole-
will dress up.
There's a whole lot.
Yeah,
Dustin's going to
The
be
one kid's name's Dustin. I just
Dustin.
gotta bust my 2 front teeth out,
And
wear
wear a hat.
that wig,
Yeah.
turn it up a little bit, be Mexican or whatever he is.
You're already 11, so I don't know what Eric could be. Mike probably.
I'm the three-eyed raven.
Okay then.
If you were the 3-eyed raven, that show would have never taken off.
Oh, got him.
Oh,
Shots
the
fired.
first season
Zing
was,
zong.
Eric, give us your best brand acting. Go.
I'm the three-eyed raven.
No, like give us a really good scene.
That's how he is in season 7.
But say something.
Hello, John. Hello, Sansa. No. Ha ha. I do not laugh anymore.
Not bad. Not bad.
That's how he is, dude.
Are you gonna give your John?
Yeah,
your best John
no, I'm
impression?
not very good at John.
Why?
Here I'll go. I'm king of the North,
I don't
son of Ned Stark.
Nope.
think- None of those words even happen in the show.
Yeah, nope.
I don't know. Okay, give us your best Danny.
Dracarys.
Oh, okay.
It's like Harry Potter. I liked it.
Yeah.
I know it wasn't. But
Trevor, give us your Peter
Yeah.
Baelish.
Telling me all
Fuck.
yeah, every time.
Stop every time.
because I always
Do
fuck
all
up
the
the
sentences start with "tell me"?
Yeah, that's all I can think of.
Tell me.
He does say that a lot.
Yeah.
No, tell me, little
Stark.
boys.
What do you want to be? A hero or a villain?
That was really solid. That was really solid. I'll
All
give
right,
it to you.
wow.
I'll give
That
that
was
one.
I
to
do
you.
not bend the knee. All right, he does say that, and that's. I'm done. I'm done.
Dude, that okay. Back to when we talked about.
Wow,
scenes,
Brian, no
when,
guitar for a Game of Thrones
when
song?
he
Go get it. I'll
bends the
do
knee
it. We'll
to
do
like
one
it.
if you guys
Too
want
late,
to.
dude.
The best Tormund right here. Cock. I like it.
That was good. What's he say when he's talking about Brienne of Taft?
You do
Tarth?
know
Tarth?
Taffy?
Yeah.
Brienne of Taft.
kids would conquer the world.
No, but I've seen the way she looks at me.
Yeah. Do we think those two end up together?
No.
I think
She's gonna end
so.
up with Jamie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think
Damn,
so?
Okay, there's the hottest take.
All right, we are pushing 2 hours, boys.
Yeah, I
this was a
think
good
it's-
episode.
Joe Rogan.
I got
Thanks
to
for
drink some
coming.
cold
What
beer.
an honor. to
Follow
be
us.
here.
Our socials are on the screen now.
Cold beer. Cold beer.
Follow us on those socials.
White
like
Buff.
and subscribe. Let us know what you thought. Season 8 next weekend, April 14th. We've been waiting a long time for this. Let's hope they don't screw it up. Let's hope all the episodes are good. And let's hope that Cersei dies. Nobody likes her. All right, we'll see you guys next week. We might have more guests. Not
We're out.
really. Later.
We better.